Oh boy. Boy, are you fat. Boy, are you fat. Boy, are you fat. I'm losing it. I'm losing it, chat. Now let me promote the stream. We're streaming a little late today, I know, but I had to fill out some forms. You know how it be. You don't understand. You'll never understand. You'll never understand! Mm-hmm. Damn. Games are pretty fast lately, not gonna lie. I really barely have time to read Garfield, but that won't stop me. Garfield, what are you doing? Pretending I'm on the Animal Kingdom show. You just lie around. I've been hit with a tranquilizer dart. You're lazy. Soon I'll be tagged so they can study my migration patterns. My pet spider, Ronaldo here, can do a trick. Of course, he can only do it once. Garfield, come here. He thinks I'll come running whenever he calls. Garfield, what am I, a dog? I have donuts. Or facey. Touch my food and die. Oh, come on, Jen. You're not that bad of a cook. What is life all about? Eating and sleeping. I'm hungry. Garfield, I'm home from the store. Candy search. Hello, Mizu. It's been a while. Glad to see you. Hope you're doing well. It's in the sack. Who turned the lights out? Oops, sorry. Wrong strip. That's driving me crazy. Odie, stop it. Eepy? Me too. Yuck! Think I came in late again. I've been inviting people to the funny roleplay I'm in. I got Gerbil in there. It's pretty cool. You should join. You should join the roleplay, Mizu. I know you have like 50,000 D&D campaigns, but you should join. You should join. It'd be fun. No thanks? What the hell, Mizu? Shaking my head. You missed my awesome speedruns that were totally fast. It was very cool. I did so well. I didn't do good at all.
I'll show ya.
But it is enough for you. What the hell? How can anything be enough for you? Make it yours.
I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power
You
keys,
deserve the world,
then place
Mizu.
them in the right spots.
Where am I?
They just they just opened the roleplay sandbox. I'm streaming late today because I had to fill out forms. So, honestly, I would be roleplaying right now if I didn't have a stream schedule. What the hell?
You found a power key. Go slot it.
Where am I?
That's a lot of characters, Mizu. I have like 12. I don't even know if I even have 12. I don't think I'm gonna have to do some mental math.
Stealth
You know,
time.
Mizu, you fill my world with your smile.
Help the girl out.
This is so sad.
Resistance is
You know what to
futile.
do with that key.
Well, I'm not getting revived. Jen, if you can guess how many cookies are in this jar, you get the entire contents. You ate them all, didn't you? We have a winner. Boy, haircuts are deceiving. This game is sad. What do you mean, Skeleton? It's such a good game. Bud of yarn. Here, Jen. You know, I have a sweater this exact same color. Not anymore. Hope you're doing well, Skeleton. Welcome to the stream.
You okay?
Sam.
Yeah, I got revived. This is such a shame.
That's a new power key. Place it now. Ally down.
Just put me out to pasture, chat.
Watch out for enemies.
Just put me out to pasture. It's gonna be so nice being Saki Senobashi in real. I can't wait to show everyone the picture you're making. I thought you were done playing for a while? Yeah, the new season dropped. How was your hair appointment, Skeleton? And you wouldn't believe how much content's in this season, Mizu. Oh boy. Oh boy, Mizu.
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
I think I already saw your post on it. Yeah. Oh, lucky bastard getting sandwiches, bro. Oh man, I wish I was you.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
I spent $20 on a Reese's ice cream cake for my family Thanksgiving that's happening tomorrow. And by family, I mean people that live in my house. The extended family Thanksgiving's actual Thanksgiving, and I just don't want to go, so I asked for hours at work. So now I get paid time and a half, and I don't have to go to the family reunion.
Oh no.
Everybody wins, as long as everybody is me.
Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
You know, I don't intend to rescue them, Trunks. I hope they die. That's actually a mean thing to say. I don't even know who that person is. I'm sorry, random person that died. It's not your fault. I just feel like someone dying today. The reunions are a pain, especially when you have nothing really in common with them. Like, no thank you. No thank you. I'm good. One of the reasons I want to move far away from this town is so I have an excuse not to go.
We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
I'm gonna be just like my Uncle Mark and just disappear. Uncle Mark went to one family reunion and he was a pretty chill guy. I think I think the family like really hated his wife though, so he just stopped coming. He's an architect. I forgot what he worked on. I think something in Vegas? I don't know. I forgot. We don't talk about Uncle Mark very much. He gave me like this cool pen though that I lost. Oh my god, I'm turning into Saki with these fucking random ass deviations, bruh. I'm actually turning into the Saki Senobashi. Oh my god. None of you know who that is except me, so... Yeah, exactly. Except she doesn't say that. I don't even know what her catch... I don't think she has a catchphrase. I think she's just... I think she's... Clearly it's Sakin time, and then she Sakis all over. This fucking server. Oh, hello, words. Hello, Word789. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. We're playing Dragon Ball: The Breakers, the best game of all time. I don't think they're turning into magenta, chat. They need to turn into magenta, so I may murder them in cold blood. Oh man, who's fucking?
Somebody's down.
Who's Legby at the hump? You gonna play Vice City again? Nah, we won. Vice City's done. I almost didn't beat it yesterday, low key. Like, I don't know if anyone was there. No one was there, but halfway through the fucking speedrun, mission broke, like, severely. And I was just about to turn the stream off when, it started working again. Literally the last fucking second.
Are you finished already? Oh, yeah!
That's crazy, we died. When are they gonna turn into magenta? They've been at max 3 for a long time. How does that even work? Basically, the Gammas turn into magenta for level 4, and he is, like, really easy to kill. But then if you don't kill him, he, turns into a unstoppable raider. Like, a giant fucking piece of shit. But I think people are trying to avoid being him because he's such a weak-ass fucking person. I don't know why I did that, and we're still playing. We still need 1 token. Unable to send room information? How about I send information about your wife's room to my fucking computer so I can go find where she lives and do her. I'm gonna fuck your wife, Breakers. I'm gonna fuck your wife. There's a part of me that wants to work on the drawing, but there's so many details to work on, and I'm EP as fuck. Me too. You know me, work on your own pace. Perhaps I shouldn't steal Jan's food. Those Breakers need to watch it? On God. Then again, he doesn't seem interested in getting it back. Damn. Mommy, thick. If I want something exciting to happen, I can't just sit here. I have to make it happen. I'm wearing knee pads on my elbows. You're a wild man, John Arbuckle. Hey Garfield, how's the weather down there? Drafty. I'll fix this. Now I call a TV repairman? Thank you. This looks like an intelligent, informative program. Fortunately, there are other things on. Quick, turn to Channel 5. It's time for Gone Fishing with Billy Bob Beauchamp. What's the deal, Garfield? Here, read this. This week, Billy Bob removes a hook from his neck. They've been hyping it up for weeks. And so we had another programming day. Until tomorrow, good night. Turn the set off! Arf! What is it, boy? Arf, Arf! He says he's hungry. You say Timmy fell down the old mine shaft? Arf! He wants pizza. Let's see. 9 o'clock, Channel 6. Movie, The Mummy's Curse. Mummy rises only to be hit with 5,000 years of back taxes. Okay. Okay. Oh man, that was actually a good one. On God, ain't nobody evading taxes. This show is really dull. I don't know why you like it. No. I'm not tweeting, Chow. You're just gonna have to read the tweets and imagine it yourself. What the fuck? Oh. Garfield? Because nap attacks can strike anytime, anywhere, without warning. That's why. Garfield Inception? Bro, this is really a tale of two kitties. Believe you me, there's nothing like a warm teddy bear on a stormy night. Just ask anyone. Ugh. Teddy bears aren't very good huggers, but they're sure great huggies. What mice? Garfield, has it occurred to you that I may have better things to do than scratch you? You? Just thought I'd ask. More to the left, please. Garfield! Hark, the Caped Adventures super hearing detects a voice in distress. Stop that, both of you. When does Garfield turn dark? 2030, I think. What's that smell? Ah, fresh air. You'll never catch on. A few sit-ups a day and I'll have a flat stomach. You should be doing the same, Garfield. I'm satisfied with a flat back. John is taking up weightlifting. He's been at it quite a while now. Oh no, I didn't know you could lift weights with your throat. What is this, a laziness contest? I win.
Can you hear me? It's
Garfield
drops.
6. Oh, someone killed themselves.
Machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch.
Lucky
Find the
bastard.
power keys, then place them in the right spots.
Guys, Garfield is gonna have hyper-realistic blood come out of his hyper-realistic eyes in the 2030 strips for sure. Jim Davis's ghost is gonna make Garfield comics from the grave. I don't even think he's dead yet, but still. I hope Jim Davis never dies. If Jim Davis dies, it's gonna be a dark day for Garfield fans. Like me. I don't think we'll ever recover from that. Oh yeah, I gotta turn up the jazz. Yeah. Oh, it's Spopovich. That's nice. It's nice to see a Boo player. I used to play Boo back in the day. I hope I get my second token so I can stream Genshin Impact. That'd be nice. Have you ever won a round of this game? Sometimes. Sometimes I win. It's like that one guy from Genshin says, some you win, some you lose. The ghost Jim Davis will make Garfield creepypastas, and bro, he's not even gonna be dead yet. But somehow, like, a ghost Jim Davis from, like, a parallel universe is gonna give us, like, scary Garfield comics. The Garfield Lost panels. Oh, there we go. I don't just run up to them, they run up to me.
Hell no.
I don't look for trouble, but trouble's looking for me. That goes line. That line goes hard. I wonder where that's from. What's DP? Donkey Kong? If I said it, I don't think YouTube would like it very much. If you know, you know. Only legends will get this. Garfield creepypasta is low-key fire. I'm sure there's already like Garfield creepypastas out there too. There's no way there's not. Maybe I'll read some of them one day when I run out of comics. Oh, I should have read some on Halloween. Fuck me, that would have been cool. Double the code, penetrate the system. Exactly, Mizu. Now you're getting it. Trunks is just a freaky guy, you know?
This is pissing me off.
Yo, brah, you're like 13. Stop swearing. It's not very good. When I was 13, I was just...
Somebody's down.
I better watch it.
I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. Dragon Pounds? Yeah, Shenron's losing a lot of weight. He got this new routine going on.
Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
For a second there, I thought the Krillin stamp on the bottom right that just popped up was Brian Griffin. I'm losing it, chat. I am genuinely losing it. I don't think I'm sane anymore. I think it's over for me. Dragon currency. Bro, I'm literally that gif of like that sex trafficker holding like a bundle of money and like sniffing it.
Think before rushing in.
What creepy lasagna? Oh nah, you're right. Creepy lasagna. One of these days I'm gonna play the Garfield video games. That'll be fun. There's a lot of them, surprisingly.
I better watch it.
Where the fuck is Boo's fucking decayed corpse? I need to save him. I think he already found it, Loki.
Change.
Where the fuck? Bro, what? Where the fuck is it? I don't even think he knows where it is. Oh, it's right there.
Good.
Damn, they really hit it this time. Well, no, he's all powerful. Nice. I'm gonna set this power key. I'm really helpful.
Time to move.
We're going to die. Now, you know what? I'm setting the fucking power key. What are they gonna do about it? What are they gonna do about it? Nothing.
The startup system for the super time machine
gonna
is
pay
ready.
for this.
Get there now.
Should have committed. Should have committed. You should have committed, bruh. Then you would have had that power key on your hands, bruh. Shaking my head. Fucking cowards. People aren't ready to die as much as I am. Oh, fuck me. I'm not ready to die yet.
Lie down. If you intend to rescue
Developers got away with
watch out for
Vor.
enemies.
They certainly
An ally
did.
needs your help.
There's like two
We don't know
villains
what
that
danger awaits.
Vor you.
Think before
And one of them
rushing
gives
in.
you like a
I'll
back
send some
shot.
supplies to help. Make good use of them. The startup system's under attack. It's dangerous, so tread carefully if you want to get closer.
It's
The startup
showtime!
system is under attack. Stop it if you can, but retreat if you need to. Got it?
Give me my super attacks, boo. I hate you. God damn it.
I better watch it.
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it, bitch? What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? You're gonna do something about it. You're gonna kill me.
Uh-oh!
He's gonna kill me. It's over.
Are you nuts? Watch it! Phew.
Oh! When did everyone die? I'm gonna guess Broly? No, baby. Baby, like, gives you back shots and says it's a wondrous gift for you. And he puts, like, white fluid in your body.
The escape time machine's
Very
almost
interesting.
prepped. You need to head for the beacon that's
I'm gonna
indicated
make
by a
myself
blue
scarce.
I believe I'm going to die.
Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
I didn't get a single super attack, chat. I'm so fucked. I'm awful at this game. Yeah. This game is just one of the games of all time, Mizu. They did give Boo a buff recently. Usually you can like kill him off on like phase 1. But now they kinda heavily restricted
How are
that.
you?
So it's kinda a lot more difficult now.
Yes?
Wow. A ticket. I can't wait to get shafted. Let's see what dupe we get today, chat. Wow. I got something good. Incredible. I can summon on the Piccolo banner now. I don't even know how to react to it, not gonna lie. I kind of went in expecting garbage. Hello, Chopper Fan 23. I don't even remember what Gohan's thing was. I'm gonna be honest. I just remember it looking better than the Piccolo one. I didn't really care for the Piccolo one all that much. Like, why would I care if a random person gets like a buff? I don't give a shit about them. Ooh, this is slightly good if I was more of an attacker. You are not a team player. Exactly, bruh. I'm selfish. Oh, I'm almost at 666,000 heat. Amazing. Honestly, if I get the Piccolo skill, what reason do I have to even play the game anymore? After I get like the pumpkin head or whatever the fuck. Like, what am I supposed to summon? Nothing. Because I don't know if... actually, no, the Super Saiyan 4s seem to be on the Piccolo banner at the very least. So, there's still that. I still need Super Saiyan 4 Goku. There's no point in general right now. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Genuinely a filler season? More like the last season. This game's over, bruh. Game over, man. Game over. You ever just bawl? How many updates has Genshin have? I don't know. Like, genuinely. I honestly have no idea. A lot. At least this much. At least 5. Your Hulk crashed? Nah. How bad? How much did you lose? Much progress out of that? Holy shit! Dehya's such a bad typo. I didn't mean that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that, chat. I would never say that about Dehya. Dehya's such a cool character. I didn't check. I'm too tired. Damn, me too though. I'm low-key sleepy. Did I just say low-key? I mean high-key. I'm high-key sleepy. For real, for real. Just say it. Dehya's a bad bitch. There, I said it. I'm honest with myself. Stream nap? Yo. Well, I can't wait for the sleep stream, chat, where I'm wearing headphones and you guys play fucking awful things into my ear.
Paimon's trying to remember. What else did we put on our shopping list?
Cheesecake.
Oh, what a mouth-watering smell. Paimon would know the aroma of biryani anywhere. Let's go get some.
I sure as hell wouldn't.
We can still add it to the list.
Rice. Rice is always very important.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. Wasn't expecting to see you here.
Hello there. Oh, it's been quite a while.
Huh. So you two are still hanging out together. Dehya, didn't you say last time that you were gonna head back to the desert?
Oh, true. Make some rice right now, Mizu, for your curry or whatever. They're using it
I
for.
was going to resign from being her bodyguard. Not that our friendship was over. We're still the best of friends.
Yup, friends. Mm-hmm.
The Homayanis also still post jobs from time to time. Their pay is always generous, so me and the other mercs never pass them up.
I told Dehya to just stay at our place when she took one of those jobs a few days ago. My parents were delighted. They even said that it always felt like we were missing someone whenever Dehya wasn't around.
That sounds like something they would say, all right. They're always so welcoming. Anyway, the job is already taken care of, so I was gonna head back to the brigade as soon as I finished a little shopping. But the master kept insisting, and I ended up staying for another day.
You should just eat rice. Only rice for the rest of your life, chat.
You can stay for as many days as you want, Dehya. Father hasn't even gotten around to treating you to his best dishes yet.
You know I'm not the kind of person to stay put in one place like that, my lady. Don't worry, though. There'll always be next time.
I like my... What the hell, Mizu? That rice was just born. It was just born, bruh. What's wrong with you? Let it live its life.
What? She said they'll treat you to the best dishes. Paimon can't believe you can still refuse.
I wish
that.
Dunyarzad and Dehya would just fucking date already.
But wait. Didn't you say last time that you would take me on a trip to the desert? Why don't you just take me with you today, when you leave?
When does it go to the murder? Probably quest number 3. Failed rice like 20 years in human age? Oh, so it's... I'm not... So it's legal. Tony Soprano. Dehya these nuts. So true.
There are so many places I still haven't visited yet.
I'm sorry, my lady, but no can do.
I don't know.
there's still a few things I need to take care of back at the brigade. Besides, the desert hasn't exactly been the most peaceful place lately.
I'm sorry, Mizu. Me and your rice, we've already eloped. We're already getting married. It's over.
Oh, come on. Not this again. That's also what you said last time and the time before that.
How about that prick's face when we shot a get?
I know, I'm sorry. Just give me some more time, and I promise I'll plan the best trip ever for you.
Oh fuck, I'm under arrest. I can't believe this.
Alright, fine. To be perfectly honest, it's not that I wanted to go, it's more like... I feel like something is off about you lately.
Just date already.
Ever since you first set foot on the estate a few days ago, you've been acting anxious and even paranoid. Have you been delaying our trip because you've run into some kind of trouble?
Nah, are you kidding? You're worrying too much.
Would you swear on that? Friends shouldn't lie to each other, you know. I wouldn't pry any further if you're willing to swear on what you just said. But if something really is bothering you, then just tell me. You know I'll help you however I can.
Oh, looks like Junior's was onto something.
You're looking for the fedge. Bon Pincero. He's wired for sound.
You're too perceptive, my lady. Seems I can't hide anything from you. I just thought that nothing good could come out of telling you about the messy happenings of mercenaries. Knowing too much only leads to more trouble. Mercenary life is a dog-eat-dog world where Mora reigns supreme. Everything operates on a completely different set of rules.
I don't even remember what Big Pussy's real first name is. I forgot.
That doesn't change anything about what I just said, though. We're still friends, and I can only support you if I understand what's bothering you.
My lady... You're not gonna stop until you drag it out of me, are ya? Alright, I'll share what I know. Let's go somewhere else first. This isn't exactly the best place for a discussion. Okay, let's talk here. Just try not to draw any extra attention.
Junior Zod's wearing a wire.
As you may already know, the Eremites have both a lot of mercenaries and a complex organizational structure. Many mercs are no different than me, just going around looking for jobs to earn some mora. My brigade is called the Blazing Beasts. We're not a large group, but every member is loyal and brave. However, not all Eremite brigades are like mine. Some are willing to cross all kinds of lines for the sake of mora. The most notorious is a faction known as Deshret's Relic.
Deshret's relics? Judging from the name, they must really look up to...
Yep. I've heard that you've already crossed paths with Ain al-Akmar. They're one of the groups under the Relic's banner.
Oh, you mean the group that tried to sell us the Divine Knowledge Capsule? Yeah, they weren't friendly at all.
Deshret's Relics is composed of many smaller brigades like Ain al-Akmar. The Relic's headquarters issues orders to all brigades under his control. On any other day, I would want nothing to do with them. Unfortunately, though, the brigade that's stirring up trouble now is none other than Dakan al-Akmar.
Banner, I hardly know her.
Dakan?
Dokkan?
I think it means beard or something. Believe me, it's a really stupid name. I found it insufferable for years. Anyway, the real issue is that Dakan al-Akmar is led by my father, Kusela.
Say what now?
I think I'm starting to understand your anxiety now. But what did they do?
I won't go into details, my lady, but they've been involved in a lot of violent incidents. We're talking hundreds.
Hundreds?
Hundreds?
Yep. The scenes tend to be quite gruesome, too. They strip the victims of all their valuables before murdering them.
Oh, we got to the murder.
Not only have they targeted merchant caravans and ordinary citizens, but other mercenary brigades as well.
That's beyond terrible. They won't even spare their own kind.
I don't know how Deshret's Relic sees it. All I do know is that Dakan al-Akmar has become more and more aggressive over the last few years. If I don't do something about them, then even my brigade or the people of Aru village could become their next target. I just wish I knew what's driven him to do this.
Yeah. How can your father do such terrible things?
I don't know. People change. He's always been pretty pathetic. But at least in the past, there were still a few lines that he wouldn't cross.
I don't think Paimon should be hearing this.
That's setting the bar pretty low.
I mean, if he was even remotely decent, then why would I have to leave the brigade and cut all ties with him? He was loud and foolish, with no real sense of purpose. Instead of doing anything useful, he spent most of his time drinking and chasing after women. Of course, the other brigade members were just like him. Their ruckus would go on night after night.
Dia's father is just like Sky's dad. Holy shit.
Sounds like a nightmare.
I can't
What
believe
about
this.
your mother? Did she ever step in to stop them?
Unfortunately, I never knew my mother.
I'm sorry, Dehya. I didn't know.
It's all right, my lady. That's pretty common in mercenary circles. Didn't I mention that my father was chasing after women? I was the result of one of those encounters with some random person.
Damn!
He told me that he wasn't sure who my mother was. And in any case, she never came to see me. He'd say, "You'll be fine as long as you remember to stick with Dad." But even then, he left most of the parenting to the brigade. The one thing I do remember is that he used to tell me stories. But the problem was that he had terrible taste. He only knew a few stories, and even those tended to be pretty stale. They were tales of desert warriors defeating dragons in the forest, or stories of mercenaries rescuing princesses from rebel armies.
True, he's a hoe.
Sounds like your typical fairy tales.
More or less, yeah. They were interesting maybe the first or second time around, but after about 20 repeats, they started to get a little dull.
Bro needed a second season, for real.
He seemed to think those stories were the best things ever, though. He was so into them that he'd call the whole brigade over and make them perform the whole thing as a play. Even the toys he gave me would all be story props. I'd get helmets, shields, and toy swords. It was only much later when I realized that the shows were more for him than they ever were for me.
What an interesting guy.
Yeah, I've always found him pretty childish, but that was something I could just shrug off. I had no reason to despise him, until I grew up and learned the true face of Deshret's relics for myself. Looting, blackmail, violence, and fraud. They not only accepted such heinous acts, they would even openly boast about them. No one in the brigade was any kind of hero. Instead, my father and his cronies were more like the bad guys that needed to be taken down. Did they really think that as long as they didn't do any of that stuff right in front of me, I would never know?
I think I can understand your feelings. The difference between perception and reality must have hit hard.
Yeah, but don't worry, my lady. It's all water under the bridge to me now. I had a huge argument with my father and left that place behind for good. I'm not investigating them due to any bitter feelings I still have towards my father. I just want to protect those that are close to me. Yeah, I told the boys to gather as much information as they could. Most of the reports concern violent incidents, but there's also some talk of smuggling.
I see. But isn't this investigation incredibly dangerous?
Nah, it should be cakewalk.
It is, but every mercenary lives life on the edge. It's a lifestyle that I enjoy.
That may be true, but it'll be impossible for those who care about you not to worry.
Well, now you get why I didn't want to share any of this with you.
What should we do? They both have valid concerns.
Huh? But there's no need for you to get caught up in this mess, too.
Well, she's super tough, so if she went into the desert with you, then Paimon bets the problem will be solved in no time.
Why is your character moving their arms, Gecko? They're breathing. It's something people tend to do sometimes.
I'm inclined to agree. I'd feel a lot more at ease if you took her along to help. I'll wait for news from you in the city until then. Please, stay safe.
I'm honored that you care so much for me, my lady. All right, then let's get moving. Our first stop will be Caravan Rebot, where we can catch up a bit with my fellow mercs.
I sure hope they'll be okay.
Nahida would be really good at Dance Dance Revolution, I think. That's just what my personal thought process is. Like just that attack little animation. She's got mercenaries on God. This is just like that one update for GTA Online.
Hey, Dehya, you're back. Are these two friends of yours?
I can't wait to find Merryweather. I trust Dehya with my life.
Oh, so you've already become like one of us then? Well, that's good to know. Anyway, since we've got newcomers, let me fill you in on what Khan al-Ahmar's been up to lately. They've become extremely aggressive. Apparently, even their own now have become acceptable targets. They even attack other relics brigades, just the same as any other mercenary. Once they've collected enough loot off the other mercenaries, they sell it off to a different brigade, or turn to merchants on the black market.
What the fuck? Why is this shit tweaking right now? What the fuck? Yo, here's some feedback hub. Fuck off. My god, no one fucking wants you, bruh. I had to check my task manager. My fucking CPU was being taken up by feedback hub. Like, what the fuck?
A portion of their profits is immediately exchanged for more food and weaponry to be used in their next violent operation.
Tweaking the stream is high. Yeah, it's. I think feedback hub's high, bro. What? Hold on. What is going on here? Why are we back at 100%? Yeah, feedback hub better take that feedback into consideration.
That's terrible.
Yeah, and it really makes you wonder why they're so desperate for Mora. A few days ago, Isham and I trailed them for a while, and even disguised ourselves as merchants to conduct trade with them. We were able to learn a few things from the exchange. Rather than saying they're out to plunder and hoard Mora, it'd probably be more accurate to say that they're experiencing an internal power struggle.
Wait, a power struggle?
You heard me right. The vast majority of their victims are mercenaries from the other brigades of Deshret's relics. If their only goal was Mora, they could have gone after anybody. The targeted nature of their attacks points to a power struggle between the different brigades within the relics. That's the only plausible explanation we have. Unfortunately, we weren't able to find out anything more specific. It seems they're also trying to keep things under wraps. Oh,
I could go for a
one
rap
last thing
personally.
we discovered was that over the past few years, as Khan al-Ahmar became more and more active, Deshret's relics as a whole became a lot weaker.
It sounds mighty strange to me too. Harun, you can leave the rest of the investigation to us. Gotta say though, I didn't expect you to go on a whole undercover mission during the few days I was gone. Sounds like you were really putting your necks on the line, no?
Bro? You know, I can understand why they would want my feedback then. If that was the case.
Nah, it was nothing. We're just as concerned about the situation as you are. The Khan al-Ahmar is your father's crew after all.
What he said. Besides, Dehya, haven't you done more dangerous things than all of us combined? What we did is nothing compared to your experiences.
Oh my god, it's question mark, question mark, question mark. He's my favorite character.
Yeah. And while they went to talk with Khan al-Ahmar, I took a look at the last camp they attacked. Any survivors of the attack were already long gone. There was nothing of value left in the camp.
Ah, Hisham and Khalaf. You're here too.
We rushed over as soon as we saw you come into Caravan Rebat. Although this new friend of yours looks a little green behind the ears, I'm sensing a special vibe from her.
Is there something behind my ears?
Now that we know you'll have a capable partner with you, we can also rest easy.
Hey, what about Paimon? Feel anything special?
Oh, you're also planning to tag along with them?
Of course! Paimon is the traveler's most important guide. Wherever Where she goes, Paimon will follow.
Oh, in that case, then you better take care of her too, Dehya.
Don't underestimate Paimon!
Don't worry about her. She may look tiny and helpless, but she's been through just as many battles as the Traveler here.
Underrated character, not gonna lie.
Even if she had only survived on sheer luck, then that alone would still make her quite formidable.
I had no idea. I guess I shouldn't judge by appearances.
Oh my god, hi Kobe Bryant, welcome to the stream, hope you're doing well.
Oh, one other thing, Dehya. When you're free, why don't you update the deputy about your upcoming schedule? We held another recruitment event a few days ago, but everyone only came to see the Flame Main. You weren't around at the time, so people were pretty disappointed to only find our crew of rough, unkempt guys. The deputy put a lot of effort into the event, but it was basically for nothing. Only a few people chose to stay, and that really got to him.
We're Genshining our impact right now.
Sorry to hear that. I'll be sure to bring him some great liquor next time. I left in a hurry, and I couldn't make it back in time for the event.
Gotta admit, I can understand their disappointment, though. You're our brigade's main selling point, after all. Now, if only the deputy could figure out a way to bring a few more smoking hot members into our ranks.
Hey yo, Hisham. Do you have tips for me? I'm at AR20. If you're not using a map, an interactive map already, you should probably use an interactive map. Open as much chests as possible and get a bunch of Primo Gems so you can build your team. Exploration is key. Alright, perfect. Yeah, just keep doing that then. That's the only advice I can give.
Keep dreaming. Remember the last time I invited a couple gals into the brigade? You all just froze up with your mouths gaping like a bunch of scarecrows. The awkward silence and weird expressions left quite the impression on them. They were originally interested in joining us, but after that, they both told me they were too uncomfortable to stick around.
Since April. I've been playing since late April.
Hey, didn't we agree to never bring that up again?
Huh? Wait, are you serious? Why have I never heard about this?
I don't think you were part of the brigade yet.
Are you kidding me? I missed a once-in-a-lifetime moment like that and you weren't even gonna tell me?
No girls allowed.
All right. We can tell you about it later. Now's not the time.
Hey, don't you try to change the subject. You and Hisham get your butts over here and tell me everything right now.
Are they always like this?
More or less. There aren't many rules or graces when it comes to mercenaries. We're used to just speaking our minds. If someone starts getting under your skin, you just yell right back at them. And if that doesn't put an end to it, then you just challenge them to a fight.
I will kill that. Well, why is Lumine looking like that, bruh? She is like... She's tweaking right now. Oh my god.
But we also don't tend to take many things too seriously. Being direct and getting it all out of your system as soon as things come up is better than keeping everything bottled up, never talking about it. That's also why I never spare their feelings when I talk to them. If I want to laugh, I'll laugh. If I'm angry, then I'll unload on them. It's hard to stop once you get used to it. Though, I can never do that when I'm with the Homayanis.
I'm a big Lumine fan here.
Hey, knuckleheads! Can you at least tell me the rest of the intel before you go back to your bickering?
Yeah, you hear her, Holloff? Told you we gotta focus on the investigation first. I drew up a map. Right here's the spot. There you'll find the merchant caravan responsible for getting rid of Dehya al-Akhmar's looted goods. All you gotta do is wait and ambush them in the evening. They'll have no idea what hit them.
Perfect. Thanks for that. Be sure to pass my regards to everyone else in the brigade as well.
Ororon. You know, I don't actually know who that is. That must be a new character. My team is Homayanis. Yeah, true. They kind of are her homies, low key.
Will do. You stay safe, Dehya.
This is my team. Really, the top three are my mains. Number 4 is just whoever's relevant at the time. Big Ganyu fan here. Nahida can read minds, so I just have her out for these. I think it's funny.
This should be the place. Let's find a spot to hide and bide our time.
He's in the limited wish thing? Ah.
It's gonna come down to a fight one way or another, so let's all be careful.
He must be the 4-star then.
No need to worry.
I didn't get him.
She knows her way around a fight.
I'm not worried about that. What I meant is that we probably shouldn't go too hard on the enemy. After all, we still need to get information out of him.
I'm saving up my primos for Venti after this banner.
Ah, here they come. You ready? Let's not give them a chance to react and end this quickly.
You got it, Dehya. Anything for you. Get fucked. Get fucked. Get fucked. Get... Oh, fuck. It went right through his arm. Get fucked. Get fucked. Ooh. Nice. How do you get Venti? You have to wait for his banner. And then you summon.
You're the Flame Main.
That's how you get Ganyu too, except she hasn't been rerun in like 12 updates. I actually only got her because I had the game in 2022, but I haven't played. I didn't start playing it like legit until April, but I spent like $300 on Ganyu, just because I knew if I was gonna play Genshin, I would want to main her, and I have been.
Good. That saves me an introduction. All right, time for a little talk. Are you buddies with Dakana Lakmar now? Tell me, what are they after?
You know the code of being a mercenary just like everyone else. The first rule is to never divulge key information about our employer. What makes you think I'd talk?
That might have worked on an amateur, but I know you're just looking to protect your reputation.
Oh, no. The only character that is unavailable forever is likely Aloy, or Aloy, or Aloy, or whoever the fuck the Horizon person is. They did like a crossover once, and I don't think that character's ever coming back. Everyone else is kind of just... Eventually they'll come back one day.
Think about it, though. What's your reputation worth if you won't have the other tools you need to succeed in this line of work? Tools like, I don't know, your limbs or eyes? You've got 5 seconds. You might want to think twice about how much your employer's information is worth to you.
Whoa!
I'm not joking around. We can do this the easy way or the painful way.
Don't worry, Mizu. They'll bring her back once they drop a 3rd game, I'm sure. I'm just not lying, by the way.
2 seconds.
I'll save you the trouble.
Huh?
Are you crazy? He tried to bite off his own tongue. Quick, search the area for any first aid supplies.
God damn! This shit's dark!
I definitely didn't expect him to go that far. Thankfully, the wound wasn't too deep, and he just passed out from the pain.
But why would he be so extreme?
I just wanted to test his mettle. You can get a lot of mercenaries to talk just by threatening them.
Bro was not talking, bro.
I didn't expect him to be willing to go through so much pain just to deny us some intel.
Well, he's out cold for now. We could wait for him to wake up, but maybe it's not a good idea to interrogate him any further. What should we do?
Bury him.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll be a waste of time to interrogate him again after that. He might just hurt himself again if we start asking. There are lots of goods around here. Let's search the area. Maybe we'll be able to find something. I'm really sorry.
Nah. He ain't hiding anything. He just accidentally bit his tongue. I did that earlier today when I was eating.
Grow.
What the hell? Bro is not talking. We're gonna bring him to life, chat.
Oh, huh?
We're gonna revive him.
Let the show begin.
There we go. He's gonna heal up for sure. Is Klee a good character? I have absolutely no idea. I don't have her. I think she's cool though, as a person. And she has the funny bombs.
We found a piece of paper with a bunch of names on it. Maybe it's a record of something.
Let me take a look. If this really is a merchant caravan, they should have a record of their transactions.
Nah, they're doing the tax and change in their head.
Yep. I see an entry for Dakana Lakmar right here. Kusela, Idrisi, Bashar, and Takriti. All familiar names. Dakana Lakmar has been trading for a hefty supply of food, weapons, and medicine. It seems that in the past, they used to receive some canned knowledge as well. This caravan is just one link in their logistics chain. Once in the rainforest, the caravan will exchange the looted goods for Mora, and the funds will then be passed to a specific person. That person will then pack the caravan full of necessary goods, which will then be brought right back to Dakana Lakmar. Wait, why is there no Mora value recorded for the final transaction?
No value?
Started maybe 3 days ago and you're already AR 20? That's pretty good.
Yeah. Every transaction before the last one was marked with an exact amount of Mora, but the final one, where they paid for everything to be brought back to the desert, was simply marked as delivered.
I think oh yeah, another tip if you're that early on. Eventually your characters will get to the point where they need resources that you can't get without like going to like regions that you're not doing story for. So you might want to, when you're building characters, you might want to focus on characters that you've met in the game already, because their stuff that you need to upgrade them will likely be easily accessible to you. I tend not to go to regions until I like unlock them officially. So I can't really build some characters from like Fontaine because I'm not there yet. So that's something that you should keep in mind. So you're the new character, the Ororon, you're going to need to get resources from Natlin eventually, which is like all the way on the left side of the map. It's like the newest area, and or else you probably won't be able to level them past like level 40. So that's something to keep in mind.
Perhaps. But they couldn't have known how much they would make off selling the loot. Do they not care about profit margins at all? Anyway, the next part's the records of the goods themselves. There are a lot of entries. Everything was probably sourced from the rainforest.
Natlin is the newest region. It's all the way on the left side of the map. You're from Mondstadt, you'd have to travel quite a bit to get there.
Huh?
What's wrong?
Shazamon Homayani?
Homoyani? You mean Dunyarzad's family? Could it just be another family with the same last name?
I'd be surprised to find someone with the exact same first and last name. Shazamon Homayani is Dunyarzad's father, and the head of the Homayani family.
I have absolutely no idea. I know nothing about Natlin, I just know it's the new area.
Just what the heck is going on here?
I tend to avoid information for anything I'm not at. Yeah, I can't really help you there. I just know it's the area on the left side.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'll consider what we found and not jump to conclusions just yet. But what this piece of paper confirms is that the Homayani family has been providing goods to Dakana Lakmar.
What if the Homayanis have been kept in the dark and don't know they've been trading with Dakana Lakmar?
That's a possibility. But if that was the case, why is this caravan specifically named Shazamon as their person of contact? They could have just as easily bought goods such as food and medicine directly from Caravan Rebot or Port Ormos. Yeah, funding violence and looting. The brigade gets the goods, and he is paid the proceeds from the sale of the loot.
But why would he do something like this? It's not like the Homianis are in need of money.
I honestly have no idea. I've been to their estate many times, and I've never noticed anything suspicious. The only potentially large expenditure I could think of would be the treatment costs for Dunyarzad's Elazar. Maybe they borrowed a lot of Mora in the past, but that's still just a speculation. I don't think the Master would stoop so low to make Mora. You're probably right. I know my lady's personality, and she wouldn't deliberately keep something like this from us.
Yes, she would. She's evil.
What should we do now? All we found is just another mystery.
If you ask me, we already have no choice but to confront her about this. I'm not worried. It's too early to make a verdict yet. I still have faith in the Homiyanis. Let's go find my lady again. We'll tell her everything and see if she's willing to lend us her support. If we're lucky, we can not only figure out the mystery of this paper, but also follow the trail of breadcrumbs to the people responsible at Dakan al-Akmar.
Dehya, are you sure this is the best decision? What if instead of getting the help we need, we just end up revealing everything we've discovered to the
Do you earn
others?
money from this? You get Primo Gems and probably Mora. I stopped kind of focusing on Mora, though, because I have like 40 million of it, so I don't really... I just care about the Primo Gems and just just doing these for fun and completion.
I've considered that possibility, but even still, I want to tell her what we found. I think I owe her that much. True friendship is built on trust. She showed genuine concern for me when we first brought up the topic. I can't repay her kindness with doubt and suspicion.
Oh, no, I don't earn anything from YouTube. And I probably won't for a long time. I think you have to hit like a lot of pretty high numbers and like watch time and like subscribers and stuff to even get to that point. And I haven't checked in a while where I'm at with that, but I don't think I'm close.
That's not how I deal with people.
You're right. Paimon wants to trust Dunyarzad too.
Yeah. Let's pay another visit to Sumeru City.
It'll be nice one day. Speaking of money. Money. Did I claim? Okay. Oh, hold up. Yeah, I'll just grab that. Alright, so story quests are usually 3 quests long. We're on quest number 2, so that's good. Yeah, it's hard starting out. Like, I stream daily, like, around the same time every day. And it's even harder when you're a variety streamer. Variety streaming is tough because not a lot of people, like, compared to, like, what you'd get in, like, a community that's, like, consistent, not everyone is going to be interested in everything you do. So, it all depends on if they're willing to wait for the content that they like. Or, if they like you for you, which is difficult.
We're back, my lady.
I'm a variety streamer. I only stream Genshin every 4 or 5 days.
Oh, you're back a lot sooner than I expected. You mustn't have run into any trouble then. Well, how did it go? What did you come up with?
Actually, we are still investigating. It's just that we've discovered something strange.
I see. The clues you found have led you back here, in the city?
Something like that. Yeah.
You all look a little dispirited. Whatever you found must not have been very encouraging after all. Why don't you discuss it with me? Maybe I'll be able to say something to cheer you up?
It's okay, my lady. It's not so much about me being upset with my father or anything like that. How should I put this?
So something is wrong. Even the Traveler and Paimon have been uncharacteristically quiet.
I don't talk for shit, Dunyarzad. What do you mean?
On any other day, Paimon would have already waved to me with a smile and shouted, Dunyarzad, we're back!
Okay, you got a point there.
So tell me, what happened?
Well?
My lady, please prepare yourself for what we're going to tell you next. It concerns the Master.
The Master? You mean my father? Okay, I understand. Don't worry about me. I'll listen as attentively as I can. My father has been supplying goods to Dakan al-Akmar?
Yeah, it makes as little sense to us as it does to you. I've never doubted the Master's integrity, so I'm having a real hard time rationalizing how he could ever support an infamous brigade like them. Maybe he's not actually aware of the full story and just stumbled into the deal by accident.
I can't help but agree with the Traveler.
Huh? You mean you feel the same way, Dunyarzad?
Thank you for sharing all this information with me. Since you've told me everything you know, I should also tell you about some doubts that I've been harboring for quite a while. In the past, I thought that my father hired a bodyguard for me so that I wouldn't run away and get lost. However, there are plenty of capable mercenaries in the Corps of 30. Why did my father go out of his way to hire Dehya?
About that. Well, the Homayanis really needed bodyguards, so they reached out to the Blazing Beasts. Later, the Master told me that I was one of the best mercenaries he'd ever seen, and that I should stick around to become one of his bodyguards. He offered me a pile of mora, so I just signed on.
Well, but that didn't really answer my question. Just think about it. Why did my father specifically reach out to the Blazing Beasts?
Maybe the Corps of 30 just didn't have anyone available, or maybe someone recommended us. I've never given it too much thought. I think I get what you're saying. You think none of this was a coincidence.
Precisely. At first glance, nothing seems strange or out of place. But there are many parts of the story that don't actually make any sense. If my father had always been in contact with Dakan al-Akmar, then it would make sense for him to bring Dehya into our house.
You mean the goal all along was to get Dehya to be your bodyguard?
No, that's too much of a stretch. I cut all ties with my father a long time ago. He has no control over my life anymore.
Are you sure about that?
But that still doesn't rule out the possibility that your father has still been trying to influence your life without you knowing.
So, the Master was not likely an innocent victim in all of this?
Sorry we put all of this on you so suddenly, Dunyarzad.
It's okay, Paimon. I should actually be thanking you. Regardless of his reasons, if my father has truly been funding a violent group of mercenaries, then it's my duty to bring him back to reason.
But is that really the right thing to do? My father has committed many atrocities and deserves all the punishment that he has coming to him. I have zero sympathy for him. You may call me an ungrateful child, but my feelings will remain the same. However, the Homayani family has treated me with nothing but generosity and kindness. If we decide to investigate this further, we could end up implicating the entire Homayani family. I would be biting the hand that's fed me over all these years.
Dehya.
It's all right, Dehya. If anyone were to ask, you could always just say that I'm the one who instructed you to get to the bottom of this.
You don't have to do that, my lady. I'm not conflicted because I'm afraid of taking responsibility. Besides, you're the one we should all be worried about right now.
Hey! It's still too early to give up hope! What was that thing about friendship again? Right, yeah, trust! You said that yourself, Dehya.
Trust.
Besides, there's no point on getting all riled up before we've confirmed all the facts.
Thank you, everyone. That makes a lot of sense. I guess I should always remember the trust that I've placed in people. In which case, my lady, could you ask the Master to come out and have a chat with us?
Sure thing. I also hope he'll be able to give us a logical explanation. Let's meet at the usual place then.
Usual place? Ah, right.
Bro's gonna come out and say, yeah, I love funding terrorists. I think it's pretty cool.
Thank you for coming, sir. Please allow me to introduce these two. This is the Traveler, and next to her is her travel companion, Paimon.
Ah, yes. My daughter has mentioned them from time to time. It's a privilege to finally meet them in person. But we may skip all the pleasantries for now. What is the important matter you wish to discuss with me today?
Well, we wanted to bring this transaction record to your attention. There's something on this record that we're all pretty curious about.
So, that's what you found? Huh. Seems like I can't keep everything from you much longer.
If you wouldn't mind, we'd like an explanation.
Well, it's a long and difficult story. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing. What I do know, though, Dehya, is that the truth will bring you no solace. If anything, it will likely cause you a great amount of anguish.
Wait, me?
Yes. I understand perfectly why you came to see me. And I am touched by your collective commitment to do the right thing. But knowledge always comes at a price. And sometimes, as they say, ignorance is bliss. Your father, Kusela, and I both believed that. Of course, you have the right to seek and learn the truth, but I must warn you, the facts of this matter may reduce everything you've built for yourself into sand, blowing in the wind.
Damn.
If you must proceed, then Kusela's heartfelt efforts will also fade into the wind like a fleeting mirage.
His heartfelt efforts? I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not sure I follow. I've made it this far in life without a single drop of my father's support. I have my own ideals and ways of looking at the world, as well as people and causes that I've chosen to cherish and fight for. None of these things have anything to do with him. I came here today to support you as the head of the Homayani family. No warning will change my stance on that.
I understand. Then let me tell you a little story. Our family once needed to take a trip to the desert when Dunyarzad was just a baby. Along the way, we were attacked by bandits. They had superior numbers and quickly overpowered our bodyguards. When all seemed lost, a group of passerby Eremites lent us their support. Those Eremites were Kusela's brigade, Dekan al-Ahmar. Kusela's men told me that the attackers were Eremite mercenaries, just like themselves. I was shocked. Why would Dekan al-Ahmar go so far to save us and not spare the fellow Eremites? Kusela was grinning and walked over to play with baby Dunyarzad. She was startled by his unfamiliar face and nearly started crying.
Really? I never knew.
He said that he had no particular reason to help us. He just took pity on us because he had a daughter about the same age. We started talking about our children, and I sensed that he was a devoted father. To repay his kindness, I hired his brigade to help out at our estate for a time, and offered everyone generous remuneration.
So, that's what happened.
It was many years before I saw him again. I almost didn't recognize him the next time he came knocking on my door. The man I knew to be strong and healthy had been reduced to a shell of himself. He couldn't even walk anymore without his cane.
So, what happened to him? He was perfectly fine when I left the brigade.
I'm not too sure myself. The only thing that didn't change was his cheery disposition. He said there was absolutely nothing to worry about and that he had gotten into a fight. That was all. He then suddenly asked me if Dunyarzad, now that she had grown, would need a bodyguard of her own. At the time, Dunyarzad was going through a particularly severe bout of her Elazar. There was no need for her to have a bodyguard when she could barely leave the house, but he kept coming back to the topic. Come on, it never hurts to be safe. How do you know a bodyguard won't come in handy one day? I was completely lost at first, until he recommended the Blazing Beasts, and in particular, a mercenary named Dehya.
So he was the one who recommended Dehya to you.
Indeed. He didn't say it out loud, but it was clear that he saw Deshret's relics as an evil group who would eventually corrupt every member in their ranks. He was already beyond redemption, but he hoped that he would be able to detach his daughter from the vicious world of mercenary life. If Dehya could stay in my house and keep working as a bodyguard, then gradually her affinity for the desert would decrease, and she'd be able to leave her previous life behind.
And that's why you offered her such generous compensation?
Yes, but not just because of that. From the moment that he asked me for that favor, I also began to see Dehya as my own daughter. And that's also why I tried to persuade you to stay when you asked for permission to leave. I was willing to spend however much it took. Kusela saved my daughter and me all those years ago in the desert. I could never refuse him entrusting his daughter to me.
He was always like that, acting like he's oh so smart and self-righteous.
Kusela said that he'd reimburse me for a portion of Dia's fees. I refused to take any mora from him, but he'd always send me funds anyway. Eventually, I just accepted them as a token of his gratitude. And that went on for a while until I received another letter from him a few years ago.
Very engrossed chap.
The letter contained a request to help him buy food, weapons, medicine, and even explosive materials.
Wait! Isn't that around the time that Dakan al-Ahmar started becoming more aggressive?
That's right. When I started to hear some nasty rumors, I became wary. I wanted to meet him face to face to discuss things, but by then, he was no longer receptive to my requests to talk. If I had to guess, it's probably because he doesn't want to put Dia at risk. That thought occurred to me as well. I figured that he probably came to me for help because he had nobody else to turn to. After some deliberation, I decided to send him some food and medicine. I turned down all his requests for explosives and weaponry. I am aware that even such a reduced gesture of support could lead to others coming to harm, but I could not simply reject his plea for help. In the end, it probably was the wrong decision. I plugged my ears to the rumors and just chose a solution that made me feel least guilty about myself.
If you can, please tell me where he is now. None of the things he's doing right now make any sense if he's just trying to keep me from getting tangled up in his world. If all he wants to do is steer clear of me, then maybe he shouldn't have brought me into this world in the first place.
Oh no. Dia, please don't feel that way.
I'm just angry because I can't wrap my head around any of his actions. Another way? I don't know. I knew him, and he was nothing more than a childish brute. I can't understand what's going through his head, but I guess you do have a point. We haven't uncovered the whole truth yet. We still need to figure out his exact actions and reasoning for these last few years.
I'll do my best to help. Of course, anything between the two of you would need to be resolved between you and him alone. I don't know Kusela's exact whereabouts. Outside of supplying his brigade with some goods, I tried my best to avoid getting involved any further with him. However, there's a man on the list named Jawed. He used to be a mercenary in the desert and is now a member of the Corps of 30. He's responsible for supplying weapons and liaising with the Dakan al-Ahmar's merchant caravan. I think he should know Kusela's whereabouts. I've heard that he likes to have a few drinks alone and enjoy the cool wind at night outside the tavern. Maybe you'll be able to find him there.
Understood. Thank you, sir. Then I guess this is bye for now, unless...
I'll stay and be with my father here. To be honest, I'm still a little dazed and haven't finished processing everything quite yet. My father has indeed done something wrong, but if I think about it, I'm also not sure if there was a right way to handle this problem. I feel like our only course of action is to turn everything we know over to the Corps of 30 and let them render judgment.
Yes. I am prepared to accept whatever verdict they choose. It's time to face my mistakes.
I really like this story quest, not gonna lie. I'm very engrossed. That's why I'm not talking as much.
That's the good stuff. Nothing tastes better.
Nahida.
Huh? Who are you guys?
I know what you've been up to. Smuggling weapons to violent brigades in the desert while working for the Corps? Pretty bold, if you ask me.
It's nice to be hooked on something. If I'm gonna be playing a game that's like 90% dialogue when I stream it, I might as well enjoy myself.
Shh. Keep your voice down. How do you know all that? Come with me. We should take this elsewhere. I'll be happy to talk things over once we're somewhere private. This place should do. Alright, back to my question. How did you all know about me?
Don't worry about that for now. You know what kind of punishment you'll face once we report you to the Corps, I assume.
Wait, there's no need to jump the gun. Let's talk this out. What are your terms?
So what's in it for you anyway, Mora?
Well, I was a little tight on money at the time, and Kusela took good care of me in the past.
Bro is... I don't think bro's... What's the word I'm looking for? Bro sounds like a dude that has no idea what the fuck he's into.
I waited in my mind, and I couldn't find a reason to turn the opportunity down. I wouldn't only be helping my benefactor, but I could also make some quick Mora.
Let me tell you how it is. We're investigating Khan al-Akmar, and we're gonna put an end to their operations. If you provide some help for us, then we might just put in a good word later to reduce the terms of your punishment.
It's definitely Jay Schlatt for real.
Hey, why don't we discuss this a little first? Listen, I made quite a bit of Mora from my last run. Just give me a number, and I'm sure we can...
Shut it. My patience is running out. You should know when a mercenary is after something other than money.
All right, sheesh. But you gotta promise you'll put in some nice words for me later. They're always on the move. Here's the spot they were at the last time I made my delivery to the desert. Feel free to go have a look. I'm just telling you though, it's not on me if they're not there anymore.
Sure. And then you can forget about any nice words from us.
Hey, come on. Now you're just being unreasonable.
Really? And how do I know you're not leading us straight into a trap? Don't forget, you're the one with no bargaining chips.
All right, I get it. Why don't you go take a look, and if they're not there anymore, I'll try to figure out something else for y'all.
Now that's more like it. Let's move. And as for you, try to stick around the city until we get back. You don't want us to call the folks from the Corps and have them drag you back to the city.
Just my luck. How did I get caught by her of all people?
Bro looks so depressed. Yo, when within the withering you will accumulate decay? I didn't know I could be my teeth. Just kidding, Chad. I brush my teeth once a day. They're not decaying. I certainly would hope so.
Seems like we're in luck. That should be their camp right up ahead.
Remember to brush your teeth, Chad.
Let's go. We'll finally get to the bottom of this ourselves. I'm here to see Kusela. Tell him to
Oh
get
shit,
out
I'm
here.
Dehya.
Dehya? Why are you here?
It's Dean time.
You ain't messing around. Let's get it on.
God damn. Oh no! This dude is dead. I'm not dealing with this shit. You wanna go? Thrice a day. Bro's doing some overtime.
Haven't you all done enough?
Oh, so are you also here to stop us?
Stay out of this. It's got nothing to do with you.
God damn. One day I'll lose my 50-50 to Dehya and I'll finally have her. Don't know if I'd use her much though, but she's pretty cool as a character. Oh nah, bro's the archer. It's so over for him. Yeah, I'll be doing Honkai after Genshin, but it'll probably be a while. Or maybe sometime in 2025, and once they drop a Silver Wolf banner, so I can spend $300 on her. If I'm gonna main anyone, it's gonna be her, for sure.
She's so strong.
I've never played it before.
Enough fighting. We all know each other, and I don't want to take things too far. Just bring Kusela to me. There's no use hiding him anymore. Did you understand a single word I just said? Or do I need to bash your skull in some more?
All right, everyone, let's all just calm down for a second. Dehya, the boss can't come out and see you anymore. He died a long time ago.
What?
Seems like you've been out of the loop for a while. Guess that's for the best, though. At least, that's what the old man wanted.
When did he die? What happened to him?
A few years ago, Kusela broke up Dakan al-Ahmar and went to the Deshret's Relics headquarters by himself.
So is that when you guys started acting up?
They got me acting up. It felt like a trombone sound effect moment right there, chat.
We would prefer to call it taking revenge. Every last person in Deshret's Relics must pay in blood for what they did.
Let me start from the beginning. Dehya, do you know how the head of the Relics maintained order internally?
Overwhelming strength and unquestionable authority?
Those were a part of it, yes. But just those on their own weren't enough. They had another tool at their disposal. They called it a person's record. Regardless of whether they joined by their own will or were coerced, every person in Deshret's Relics was forced to leave a record of themselves at headquarters, whether it be their deepest sin, some unforgivable act, or their most immoral exploit. The record served both as a symbol of loyalty and the perfect material for blackmail. That's precisely it. Every one of us have a record. Me, Bashar, Tikriti, and all the boys who grew up with Dehya and ended up joining our ranks. But you, Dehya, you were never asked to provide a record, were you?
I never even knew this was a requirement.
You were probably the only person in all of Deshret's Relics who didn't know about it.
Ever since you were born, Boss had been trying to shield you from this organization's sinister rules. Not only that, but he also banned all of us from committing any nefarious acts. He said he'd take care of the dues we had to pay regularly to headquarters. But in the end, he was just an ordinary person. What could he do? He was forced to go to headquarters again and again to account for missed dues and incomplete records. He'd come up with all kinds of excuses and get beaten up as a result.
Damn.
We all knew he was doing that for you. He wanted to get you out of this world, no matter what it took.
And that's why he became a shell of himself and couldn't walk without a cane.
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. I didn't know about any of this, and I'd never seen him get injured or beaten.
Because you were too young at the time. How would you ever tell between wounds from a beating and wounds from battle? When you left home after that final argument with him, he seemed to age by a decade overnight. Even his hair went gray.
So, even the blazing beasts were...
Yep. It was all his doing. Had he not arranged them to come to you, you probably would have been reduced to a pulp before you ever left the desert.
A few years ago, Boss said he needed to make another trip to headquarters. He was already pretty weak then, and we all assumed he was going to get beaten again. I suggested that he hand the role of leadership over to me, but he said there was no longer any need, since the Khan al-Ahmar would soon be no more. His words made no sense to me, but that night, we heard that a massive fire tore through headquarters and razed everyone's records to ash.
Everyone gained their freedom that night. Many members fled, not just from our ranks, but from the other brigades as well. But how could we leave with a clear conscience? All of us who knew exactly what had happened.
The boss can't have just died for nothing. Those heartless jerks at headquarters took him from us.
From that point on, the sole purpose of the Khan al-Ahmar became revenge. The big fire that Boss started was quite a blow to headquarters strength. It's given us the opportunity to launch our attack. Even though we're outnumbered, we vowed to see our revenge through to the very end. There were people from headquarters who changed their names and went into hiding. Some fled to other brigades, and others escaped to the rainforest. But we won't let any of them escape our wrath. They'll all pay for what they've done.
We've suffered plenty of losses as well. To keep going, we need an enormous amount of supplies. From food and medicine to weaponry and explosives.
I know a guy, right? He's gonna send a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
All we can do is exchange our loot from Mora, and then use that to get supplies. We forged Boss's handwriting and sent out many letters to his former friends. Thankfully, many people were willing to come to our aid. We were also able to attract many mercenaries who shared our goal. We've endured unspeakable pain to win many impossible battles. Deshret's relics have become weaker and weaker, and now we finally have an opportunity to directly strike their headquarters.
Paimon doesn't know what to say anymore.
We do know right from wrong, but we were sinners from the very beginning. We do not deserve the freedom that the boss won for us with his life.
Wallahi!
Boss always loved his old-fashioned hero stories. Those tales about sacrificing yourself to save the world. We used to always laugh at him for it. But in the end, he really went and lived those stories out himself. As for me, I never considered myself a hero. We're all the lowest of the low. We have no right to even imagine such an existence. But maybe those hero stories he liked foreshadowed everything that was to come. The spirit of the hero touched all those he had saved, and more people joined his cause. Maybe we were all just acting along with the play in the beginning. But as we acted the parts and recited the lines, we were drawn in. And now, we want to see the story through to the end. I'm sorry, Dehya. I know you always found us insufferable ever since you were young. Just think of this as a madman ranting.
I'll go with you.
Huh? Dehya? You wanna go with them?
I grew up with these guys, and I know they're not bad people. It's just that some situations get so bad that it's difficult to tell good from evil. All I know is that Deshret's relics must be destroyed. Furthermore, I want to go see the place for myself. I want to know if my father is still there. I know you don't want to get involved in this, so there's no need for you to tag along. I can do this on my own.
Yeah, Paimon feels like we'd only regret it if we don't see this through to the end.
I think her dad's dead, Loki. I don't think he's gonna be in there.
We'll be a lot stronger together with you.
I bet Boss would lose his mind if he ever knew you'd join us at the very last moment like this.
Considering all the losses and injuries we sustained, we can't afford to turn down someone as powerful as you.
He can think whatever he wants. But the fact is, I owe him this much.
Damn, we're on the last quest of it now.
I guess it all comes down to this. I guess it all comes down to this.
Deshret's relics are about to become history.
It's all come down to this. Well, we're on the last quest of it. Chances are, like, 70% of it's going to be in a domain with, like, a lot of combat in it. If I were to make an educated guess. So, we shouldn't be too long. And we can do the Hangout quest, which... God damn it, I tried using my Breaker's grappling hook. I'm losing it, chat. Playing all these games at once is getting me confused. I was like, damn, this path's a little annoying to go through. I should just use my grappling hook and grapple up. Easy wins. Crazy how there's actual grass on here. You wouldn't think there'd be grass in a fucking desert. That's crazy.
We're way behind schedule.
This is a pretty good plot, not gonna lie. This is probably one of my top story quests. If I were to say. I don't feel bored. Like, there's actual combat in it, which is nice. But the story is also pretty good and involves characters that I care about. So that's nice.
This is the entrance? We sure didn't run into much trouble on the way here.
Should be. I don't think they have enough manpower left to post guards and defend their perimeters.
What about woman power? Don't underestimate woman power. Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
Wow. Paimon didn't expect it to look like this on the inside.
They should all be holed up in here. Don't know how many people they've got left, though.
Hold up.
Who cares? We'll round up all of them.
Still, we should be careful. Even if they've only got one shot left, it could still take us out.
Yeah, we'll know what they're really capable of once we've landed some hits on them.
Hold up, dun 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 dun.
Deshret's relics may have been a force to be reckoned with before, but their name means nothing now.
Yeah, they don't stand a chance with you here. I'll take the lead. I've been here once before.
Yo, we're Dehya. We actually get to play as Dehya quite a lot in this one. That's nice. Usually the trial characters don't get too much that you get to really do with them. So it seems like they're actually like giving Dehya a lot more attention than I'm used to. I like it. Buckle up, BBD. Damn. I am beating this bitch up.
Let's get it on.
You want this one?
Nice.
This way, follow me. We're almost there.
Wait! They went charging ahead without checking for any traps.
Uh-oh.
Hey, you guys okay?
It seems like we just got trapped in here. Don't think we triggered anything else.
Nah, the meat grinder.
Watch out, the enemy's coming from ahead.
Well, now that things have come to this, seems we'll have to fight our way through.
Don't worry about us. We knew something like this could happen. Go and take a look around. There could still be another way through. Let's go! We can't let the boss down!
Let's check if there's another way. The sooner we can make it through to help them, the better.
Let's see.
Nah, they're screwed.
I think I see a way through over there, but it's being blocked by something. Let's try our luck with that mechanism.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Whoa, this is new. I need me a UFO with some shit in it. Oh fuck. I hate these things.
You asked for it. Another mechanism like the one before, but this one's being blocked off in the middle.
We just need to adjust it a little.
Nice. We're goated, chat. We're so smart. That was a difficult puzzle. I love these enemies, chat. They're so fun.
Let's get it on! Hi! Gloves off!
Nice. I'm not gonna miss those guys when I leave Sumeru, not gonna lie. Oh my god, there's 3 of them. Oh, good god. You know, I was just about to say, I really hope there's not 3 of them ever in a room. And I should have said that, because it would have been very telling. Let's just make sure Dehya is nice and healed.
Let's get it on!
Ow. Ow.
You asked for it.
Ah! You scared me staring. You're always so scary. A monster. Bro, this is like scaring the ghost that lives in your closet or something. Or the monster that lives under your bed. Maybe we're just as scared of you as you're scared of us. You know? I think that really says a lot about society. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. We're chilling.
I wasn't expecting anyone to make it through from the other side.
True, you know, your puzzles were really tough, but we managed to get through.
But as a desert dweller, I suppose we should be used to our folks defying all expectations.
I had to like change colors and stuff. That was really scary, Mitchell.
Don't waste your breath. You have nowhere to run.
Run? Had I wanted to run, I would have fled 1,000 times already. I witnessed the golden age of Deshret's relics. Even if I could leave this place behind, all that awaits me now are endless days of humiliation and ruin.
Damn, that's sad,
Even
man.
now, my brothers and I still believe in one thing. The greatest should never live to remember their fall.
So you want to go out in a blaze of glory?
Let us draw our weapons! We will show them the true power King Deshret bestowed upon his followers.
I'm not really that great of an artist, Mitchell, but I do know someone that can draw your weapon.
They are but two, while we hold within ourselves the entirety of the relic's glory.
Guys, please commission Mizutoka for art.
Charge! Eliminate them!
Gloves off!
You think I'm gonna kill all these guys, chat? I don't know, there's a lot of them.
Happy to oblige.
We're just getting started.
They're just getting started, bruh. That's scary.
You asked for it.
King Deshret will not abandon any one of his followers.
Well, that didn't work.
Let's get it on. Hi.
I'm getting sick of this.
Now you're testing my patience.
You ain't messing around.
They're not messing around, jeez.
Look alive. You're dead meat.
Will meet brothers with me. This is where we'll prove our faith.
Do you all just want to die?
I do.
None of us plan to leave this place alive.
I don't think she was asking me, though.
Lord of Sac.
Where do you think you're going?
Sacrifice is ready.
You ain't messing around.
I'm gonna kill your animals, bruh. What are you gonna do about it?
The golden slumber.
The commander has finally fallen.
This is so sad.
But they're
Keep fighting! There's no need to fear, and no need to back down! This is our last stand!
When the next wave comes, try to draw away their attacks.
Another
I'm
wave?
going to see if I can take out that high platform.
Get out of my way!
Come and face me, Mitchell!
Face me!
So they've broken through the front as well.
Apologies, Lord Michal. They fight like absolute madmen. No matter how much we throw at them, they just keep coming for more.
I think he's dead.
So, it would seem like this is the end.
Time to pay for everything you've done, Mitchell.
You think I would give you that opportunity? I will be buried in the sand, alongside all the rest of our fading glory.
By the time I'm done with you, there's not going to be anything to bury. Bro, he just wants to look at his pillar, bro.
We were too late.
Nah, bro, he just bit his tongue really hard.
It's over. There's no more need to fight. But if you're still going to cling on to your so-called mercenary's pride, then I'll give you all a good beating as well.
Hey, Dehya! I found the mechanism. I'll get you all back up here right away.
Let's go.
You know, Sarush really helped us here. Look at her, she's just floating. I like to move it, move it. So true. I can't wait till Madagascar 5.
Who are you filthy rats? And why are you always pestering us?
You call yourself a member of the infamous Deshret's relics, and you still can't even tell who's made it all the way to your headquarters?
Who knows what intent a bunch of rats may have? We try to catch a couple, and you all just show up on the other side instead. How are we supposed to figure out what you're after?
Hey, have you ever heard of a man by the name of Kusela?
Why would I know? It's not like I'm in charge or anything.
This is your last chance to talk.
Hey, I said I don't know anything. I'm just an average member here. I'm telling the truth.
It's a shame Melman died in Madagascar 4.
If you're here to find someone, why don't you look through the records yourselves? Who can remember every name and face with so many people coming in and out every day?
The irony. His life became a light for so many, yet to others, it wasn't even worth remembering. Where's the records room? Answer me!
It's right over there. All the files are in there. You can go through them as much as you want. It's not like any of them still matter anyway.
I mean the old records room.
The old records room? You mean the one that got burned down? Kusela. Ah, yeah, I remember him now. The guy who could hardly walk.
Watch your mouth. That's our boss you're talking about.
He was definitely faking it. We all let our guard down as soon as we saw him come hobbling in.
What happened to him? Oh, Melman, well, let's just say, don't put your neck in a hydraulic press.
But in the short time it supposedly took him to take a dump, he'd already gotten away and started a fire in the records room.
Uh-oh. Stinky.
He couldn't have possibly outrun us if he wasn't a fraud. And after that, Deshret's relics fell into complete disarray.
Stop wasting our time. Every one of us here is perfectly aware of what he had done. Tell me, where is the old records room?
It's just over there. Go see it for yourself if it means that much to you. There's nothing left in there but ashes. No human could ever survive that kind of inferno.
Bashar, Tikriti, let's go. We'll leave the others here to guard these guys. Spare them no mercy if they try anything.
Ooh, funny. Wee, haha, yay, so poopy.
Crazy. Every last one of them.
Poopy underwear, nah. We want poopies. We want poopies.
So, this was his final destination.
No, that's like a movie.
How did he do it? Getting past all the guards with a limp and sneaking in here to start a fire? If he was nimble enough to do that, then he must have been able to get out of here after starting the fire, right?
Dehya.
I'm sorry. I know it's just wishful thinking. Let's look around. Maybe we can find something that's been left behind.
Is this a cane? It must be the one that Dehya's father used.
Kusela.
Thanks for everything, boss.
Nah, they turned him into a cane.
We're fortunate to somehow find that cane after that fire.
Let's split up and look around some more. What if something else has been left behind?
But what else could survive a fire like that?
Huh? Thought so.
Wait! Isn't that the toy sword you played with as a child?
The dragon is no more, for Princess Dehya has slain it. Its head now hangs above the city gates. Her bravery has brought eternal peace and prosperity to us all. Dehya, come on. This is the most important line.
You can do it.
But Dehya, you defeated the dragon. And I was waiting for your speech. Still too shy, huh? All right, I'll do it. I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more.
I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more, Dad.
God damn, man.
What's this?
Don't you remember? You asked Paimon what she would do if she were to wake up tomorrow with loads of money. And Paimon said that she would get boatloads of tasty snacks. You looked super confused at the time, but said it was an adorable thing to say. These opportunities don't come by often. So today, Paimon's gonna treat you to a special crash course on Paimon's life philosophy. Hey, come on! Paimon's not that stingy.
Bravo, Vince. Bravo.
Anyway, the point is that you should eat to your heart's content. You'll feel better for sure once you've gotten something in your tummy. Junior Zad will also be here shortly. She's already heard that we're back.
Aw, thanks you two. Honestly, this is very unlike me. I just had a lot on my mind on our way back, so I didn't know what to say. My chest was filled with all kinds of intense emotions. They just shook me even more than all the feelings we've shared during our previous adventures. But when everything came to an end, those emotions also vanished without a trace, and I was left feeling more empty than ever before. It was as if I'd lost the thing that was most important to me.
Yo, story aside, that food looks really fucking good.
Yeah, you're right. To many mercenaries, Mora is the most important thing in the world. But perhaps to us, it's the most worthless thing of all. Idrisi and the others all used to say that they would quit if there was no Mora to be had. But when it came to avenging my father, There was no more to be made anywhere. My reality shattered when I found out that the father who always told me hero stories was in fact a bad guy. But look at me now. Am I any different? Despite all my promises about never forgiving him and never trying to understand him, I still went to such lengths to find out the truth, and nearly even shed tears for his sake. We're hypocrites. All of us. Yeah, you're right. It's just a pity that we often only recognize our true feelings after it's already too late.
You're back! Are all of you alright?
Ah, there she is.
Yeah. Many people from the Corps of 30 came over, and I just wrapped up everything with my dad. All I can do now is wait for their verdict.
Bro, I don't know, man. Like, Genshin's food, like, it has a whole fucking, like, system where you cook food and shit, and all the food items look so fucking delicious, man. They need, like, an official cookbook, for real.
Huh? Dehya, you're looking quite down again.
Paimon will explain. A lot happened while we were gone.
I'm sorry. I really should have controlled my emotions better. I just...
It's all right, my lady. You were hurt by all of this as well. Truth be told, I'm starting to feel a little guilty watching you cry like this.
Dehya, your pain must be even worse. You shouldn't need to comfort me.
Hey, don't worry about me. If anything, this whole thing has finally shown me the difference between illusion and reality. My father probably thought that people could settle into new lives as long as they moved to a new environment.
True. Everyone's a hypocrite.
That thought has even crossed my mind a few times. It's like saying, what's wrong with adapting to a new life? However, there was always something deep within my mind that refused to accept it. This impulse brought me great turmoil, and even made me feel ashamed for turning my back on your father's kindness. But now that I consider it again, it all makes sense. The desert sands are a part of who I am, and I will never be able to lead a peaceful existence.
I understand how you feel.
That doesn't mean I won't be making any changes to my life, though. As an example, I'm now thinking about taking on some small odd jobs.
What's so odd about him?
It's just like Idrisi said. I also want to catch up to my father and become a character in his play. Even if the ending of the story may be childish and ridiculous, it won't really matter.
Isn't that neat, though? Oh, you'll be a whole new kind of mercenary, one that's not out for Mora. Why don't we go for a change of scenery once we finish eating? What about stopping by the Grand Bazaar again?
Yo, Dehya, speaking of feelings, ask her out.
Right. You said you wanted to get a rug for your family.
We'll come along too.
I can't thank you enough for taking care of me this entire time.
Yeah, we should be nearing the end of this, and then we'll be doing Kaveh's Hangout. Bro's zesty. I'm excited to know more about him. And that shouldn't be very long. Hangout quests in this game are very short, for the most part. Most of them are short.
We're way behind schedule.
Arizon's was like a half-hour long, in which we did that last time, so I don't know.
Oh, this rug here is quite something. The craftsmanship is exquisite, and the fabric is also of high quality.
Ah, here you are. Finally, I found you.
Oh my god, did something happen to bro's mouth?
Hey! Aren't
Oh.
you that mercenary who bit his tongue? You can still talk? Wait, are you here to take revenge on us?
What are you talking about? Do I look like I could take you all in a fight? I just came here to give you something. I'll be on my way to give myself up to the Corps after this. Once I woke up, I hurried to the Khan al-Ahmar's camp, hoping to alert them to your presence. But when I got there, I found no one except the members who were still too injured to move.
Ah, so you probably got there after us.
Yeah, they told me that they had exacted their revenge, and everyone had turned themselves in to the authorities. Even that last camp was not going to last for much longer. I had joined the cause to repay an old favor from Kusela. Now that everyone's already turned themselves in, I might as well do the same. One of the injured members gave this box to me and told me that it contained some of the old man's last possessions. Everything left in the camp will get confiscated, so I figured I should get this to you before the Corps could get their hands on it.
Thank you.
No worries. We are all just living our own truths. There's no need to comment or judge anyone for it.
So this box contains everything that Dia's father left behind. Huh. It feels lighter than expected.
I enjoy the fact that bro went the extra mile to, like, fuck with his tongue to sound like he bit it really hard.
Well, back in the day, the first thing he did with any Mora was spend it on things like drinks and meat.
Good acting for a character that wasn't all that important.
But let's see what's inside. What's this? It's just a bunch of junk. Ugh, it kinda stinks.
Nah, bro shat in the box.
Perhaps it's just been left unopened for too long.
A handwritten copy of a storybook. The paper's already yellowed, and it looks like it's about to fall apart. It was against the Academia's rules to possess books for personal use. If he was going to break that rule, he could have at least copied something useful.
That probably means this was really important to him.
And here are a few bags of children's snacks. The packaging's completely deteriorated. Maybe that's where the smell was coming from.
Did he get those for you?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Even when I was a child, I was never a fan of these kinds of snacks. He'd always say that he got them for me, but in the end, he always ate more than I ever did. Who even leaves snacks in a box like this anyway? Isn't that just common sense? Forget it. Let me see what else is in here. A razor, some buttons, some round iron tiles, a wooden toy puppet, a wool scarf, which from the looks of it probably belonged to a woman, and a hair clip? Why are these things here?
I'm suddenly feeling a little scared.
I'm sorry, my lady, but this is just the kind of man he was. He probably saw this box as some kind of personal trash heap and dumped any and everything in there. 2 empty liquor bottles. Tell me, you guys, are these the kinds of things that a normal person would leave behind?
How was all that fitting in that box, bro?
Huh? There's something in the bottle!
Oh, you're right. All right, I got it out. It seems to be a piece of paper with some writing on it. The bottom part's all damaged from moisture, though. Let's hope the writing didn't smudge. I was suddenly seized with an urge to write a letter after finishing this bottle. I just folded it up and left it in the bottle, though. If I end up forgetting about it, it won't really matter. To Dehya. It's a letter for me? It's all right. I'll just read it out. If he went to the trouble of writing a letter, there must have been some important things that he wanted to say. Or at least record down.
My condition's becoming worse and worse. Can't even walk without a cane anymore, much less go out and have fun. Guess I don't have many days left. If you're reading this letter, then I suppose I'm already long gone. You were adorable as a baby. Everyone loved you. And regardless of whether you were crying or laughing, everyone enjoyed having you in the group. But once you grew a bit older, you were no longer nearly as happy or cute. It's probably the guy's fault.
Is he gonna finish his...
But once you grew a bit older, you were no longer nearly as happy or cute. It's probably the guy's fault.
No, they just cut it.
Can you believe this guy? He can point the finger at himself.
Anyway, back to the point. To summarize, I'm writing this so you would know not to feel sad for me, even if you end up finding out the truth. The reason being that... I was never your father to begin with.
What the...
Wait, what?
Surely, he must be joking, right?
I don't know.
I was quite formidable when I was young, and 100 times cooler than some so-called flame main. really felt like the whole world was under my feet. With just a teeny tiny bit of effort, I felt I could rule over the entire desert. But as fate would have it, I went out into the desert for a drink one day and discovered a baby in the sands. It was you. You were just lying there, small and helpless. You were so tiny that if the wind blew for just a little while longer, you would have been buried forever. But your cries were so loud they made my head hurt. Now that I think of it, you really were a bundle of energy.
Sounds like he's serious.
I told Idrisi and the others that I had slipped up with a woman while out and about. None of them even doubted me. I'm sorry that I had to lie to them for so long, but I really had no other choice. I was their most esteemed leader, after all. It's not like I could just tell them that I suddenly wanted to play at being a father. At this rate, I'll puke up all the liquor I just drank from this bottle. Anyway, Dehya, you possess the kind of freedom and kindness that we could only dream of. As far as how you should live your life, that'll be up to you to decide.
That's the end of the letter. In the end, he was still thinking of me as a little child. I suppose, or I would have suffocated under the sand a long time ago.
He was a good father to you. The fact that he wasn't a blood relative doesn't change that.
Yeah. It's just a pity that we had to learn the truth of everything like this.
Do you already have some ideas about the decision that he wanted you to make?
I do. If he first found me alone in the sands, then I want to try my hand at finding the person who abandoned me. I just have one wish. To tell them a story. That there once existed a childish and foolish jerk with a heart of gold. And that only under his care was I able to grow and mature into the person I am today.
If you end up finding any leads, can you share them with us? We go on adventures all the time. Maybe we'll be able to find some information for you.
Sure, I appreciate it. I wasn't expecting you to be so enthusiastic.
I'll help too.
Thank you. All of you. Thank you so much. My life has certainly had its twists and turns, but I've always considered myself lucky, because no matter where I've gone, I've always been surrounded by incredible kindness.
Wow. That was actually a super good story. Just, yeah, you know? That has to be like one of the best story quests that I've ever played on this game. Really good story. You know, it didn't... It felt good. It felt very well paced. It didn't feel like anything dragged for too long. I'm sad you just passed out for a little bit. Ah, you're good, Mizu. We all have our needs. That was nice. That was a really nice quest. It didn't drag. It didn't feel... No, true. But, you know, that just gives you more the reason to play it on your own time. Once you get here, for sure. So, we're gonna turn in our daily commissions real quick, and then we're gonna do Kaveh's little, whatchamacallit. His Hangout quest. Which shouldn't take too long. And then that'll be it for us.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
Oh yeah, fun thing, Mizu.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Oh, that was pretty early on. That was a fun moment, though. It came back. Like, it was relevant again later. Well, the person, at least. But yeah, like, that was a good story. Oh yeah, and what I was about to say. Gerbil is actually going to be role-playing, maybe. Like, they're thinking of making a character for the roleplay that I invited them to. That funny killing game. And that's really amusing, because I don't think I've seen them roleplay in such a long time. I really hope they go through with it. Kaveh. Told me you invited them? I did, but I didn't know if they'd... I didn't know that they'd actually join, though. I didn't know they'd actually be interested, and they didn't tell me they were gonna join. I invited them. Well, I didn't exactly invite them, I don't think. I just said if it'd be nice if they were to join, because they're a good role player, and it's been such a long time since I've seen them actually role play. So I didn't directly invite them, but I said it would be nice if they did join, and they joined like about an hour after I said that. So it was a pretty pleasant surprise, not gonna lie.
I've taken a look at your proposal. It's much better than the ones you showed me before, but I'd still like to make some changes.
It'd be nice to see them in action again. It's been a long time since they've been a part of one.
Oh, come on, not again. Isn't this the 6th proposal I've shown you? What's your issue this time?
It's a bit hard to put into words, but the design still doesn't look quite right to me.
Damn.
I have to say, that's a terribly vague and unconvincing explanation. Please enlighten me. What would feel more right to you?
For starters, don't you think this roof is jutting out a bit too far from the top? It looks almost like the head of a fungus.
No, you know what? He's speaking facts. I hate these fucking people's roofs. Like, they always like to put chests or anything, like, on top of houses, and then the fucking roof is too fucking hard to get on top of, so you have to, like, finagle with shit. Nah, he's got a point. I fucking hate roofs that do that.
This door, too. I don't think it needs to be nearly this large. If you could reduce it to around my height, you could use the leftover materials to construct a few more rooms.
I'm dissing it, Mizu.
The roof and the door are the most fundamental parts of a building. If we were to change them, then what would be left of the design?
The rest of the house?
Even if the soul of the building won't be lost, all traces of architectural style would be gone. Anyone with the slightest inkling of architectural knowledge would know to leave them alone.
On God, factory.
Oh, I understand the principles of what you are saying, of course, but the truth remains that I'm still a bit unhappy with the design as is. Is there anything else that you can do? Oh, actually, I just got an idea. Can we get rid of all the extraneous sections on the roof, so the whole design will just be one vertical structure, similar to that of a tree trunk?
What?
Don't architects often say that symmetry makes everything more balanced and pleasing to the eye? This way, the proportions will be completely balanced.
I really don't know how you managed to come up with such a ridiculous idea. Wait, don't tell me. Someone hired you specifically to commission me and put me through the ringer? Come to think of it, though, I really don't think I've gotten on anyone's bad side recently. Anyway, that's it. I will not be working on this commission anymore. Goodbye. Maybe you can find yourself some other genius who'll be able to satisfy your demands.
Hey, young man, please wait.
Bro lost all his hearts on the top right, bro.
If only I didn't fall for that scam last time.
Next on the agenda.
I think bro might be a little upset.
Taking this commission was truly the worst decision ever. Oh, hey, I wasn't expecting to run into you here.
True. Mizu, can you change Farah's name tag to just be slightly aligned more to the right clockwise?
No! No, you can't! I can't do that, James! It's over!
Actually, while we're on that, what are you doing here at the tavern? Don't listen to anyone who says that drinking is an elegant pastime. It's no good for your health.
I agree.
So you saw all that, did you? Ugh, I thought I was in the clear. I made sure to double check that nobody I knew was around. Anyway, thanks for looking out for me. Honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm used to it by now. Stress is just an inescapable part of being a working adult. Boss, I'll have a glass of wine. Same as last time. Do you want something too? I'll put it on my tab.
Lame vid, damn, bruh.
Wine in a glass of juice, coming right up.
You just don't get him, bro.
I know you're already keeping a secret from me, but if you could add this one to the list as well, I'd really appreciate it. Arguing with a client is not a good look for me. If word gets out, other potential clients might be afraid to work with me. That guy, though, what was he even going on about? All those ridiculous demands of his? He's just a blabbering fool trying to act like a know-it-all. Another glass, please, boss. I'm not leaving today till someone has to carry me out.
You've got it, sir. I gotta say, though, it almost feels like you're saying that every other day now.
It really is every other day that you'd run into a client who knows nothing about construction requirements or architectural style. If this was in the past, I'd never have gone through 6 whole drafts trying to accommodate the client's preferences.
Bro, Mizu, you just don't understand. The door and the roof are, crucial parts. You can't just change them, bruh.
But perhaps getting used to this just means that I've grown numb to it. I've worked on so many projects since graduation, and none of them have been approved at the first pass. I would spend a lot of time altering my designs, and by the time the clients were finally satisfied, all my passion and enthusiasm would be gone. It feels like I'm straying further and further from my artistic vision with every change I have to make. I suppose, though, that just sticking to your guns and completely disregarding other people's feedback would also not be a good thing. All of this makes for a real paradox, one that particularly crops up in my work, too. In the end, what is the true meaning of art? Should I see it as a divine gift of inspiration from the gods, or an expression of the light of my own wisdom?
Here's your drink. How are you already spouting nonsense after just one glass? Your tolerance is usually much better than that.
Damn.
Boss, what do you think is the meaning of art?
The meaning of art? Really, my friend, who in Sumeru understands art better than you? Anyway, I don't know about art, but I do know that I'm interested in business, and some patrons are waiting to be served. So, you'll have to excuse me for now. Just holler if you need anything.
What do you think, traveler?
Oh, nice drunk.
Exactly. So our thoughts on the meaning of art are rather similar.
Nah, bro, he's just stubborn.
In Sumeru, and especially Sumeru of the past, the arts are not a popular discussion topic. Trying to talk about the arts is basically the key to killing any conversation. It's too bad that I'm not in my best form today. Otherwise, we could have talked about this for a little longer. Sounds great to me. I don't even want to think about this project anymore. But what should we do? It's probably not a good idea to just drink until I pass out here. Huh? Where did that come from? I mean, it's not like it's some kind of secret. You probably already know some bits and pieces of my past. My mother is also an architect. I've always adored her drawings, and when I was young, I used to sit next to her and watch her bring all kinds of buildings to life on paper. You could say my interest in architecture just naturally grew with time.
I'd let Kaveh build me a house.
Perhaps. In fact, I have also seen my mother argue with her clients, but she would always quickly find the motivation to return to her work. Unfortunately, I've barely had any contact with her since she remarried and moved abroad. Even if I wanted to ask her about her ability to stay positive after an argument, It would seem rude to barge into her life again over something as trivial as that.
I wonder, you know, I don't know if I would be that type. All I know is that last time I got fucked up, I was just really sad. I don't know if I'd pass out, though.
I did remember something else, though.
So I don't know
When
if he's
my
just
mother
like me
left,
for real.
She only carried some small personal luggage with her. She left most of the belongings in the house to me. At the time, she even told me that it would be great if I could learn a few lessons from her life experiences, so my life and career could go a little more smoothly. I hadn't quite come to grips with my emotions, and didn't really have it in me to go through any sentimental items. So I just packed anything with memories away in a box and haven't reopened it since. It's been a really long time. Now that so many years have passed, maybe I have finally developed the maturity I need to face those memories without losing my mind. Yeah, I should dig it out and take a look.
The box.
Sorry, I've had too much to drink and wasn't thinking clearly. You're right. I should do these kinds of things with the support of a friend.
I agree. Opening a box by yourself's pretty tough.
Speaking of that, I can call you a friend now, right? Either way, thanks for reminding me that I can invite you to come along. Had I just gone back by myself, it would have looked like I'm deliberately trying to keep things from you. Thinking too hard about the words is giving me a headache, so I'll just give it to you straight. Thanks to your advice, I have decided to put my current projects on pause for now, and spend some time trying to rekindle the passion for my craft. If you want to stick around and see how this will turn out, you'll be sure to encounter some bits and pieces of my past. Do you think you'd find that too boring? All right, then let's head back together. I mean, you already know where I live. Who knew that the day would come when I too would have some friends over? Let me see. I should have tidied up the place before I left the house this morning. Hatham shouldn't be home now either. He's usually in the records room at this time of the day. Anyway, there's no more time for drinks. I'll go take care of the bill.
My name is Jafar. I come from afar. I love kittens. Hey guys, it's me, Nahida. Lesser Lord Kusanali. And this stream is sponsored by G Fuel. Use code GECKO for 0% off.
So feel free to sit wherever. I'll bring out the box. Oh, nothing. I just didn't realize how much time had passed. The box is pretty dusty, which means it's already been a while since I've moved into this place. And many years since my mother moved to Fontaine. I'm happy for her. I hope she'll be able to find happiness there. She raised me all by herself after my father passed away. It definitely wasn't easy for her. Anyway, enough about that. Let's see what I packed into this box. What are all these things? Oh, I remember now. This is a drawing I made in Port Ormos. Obviously, I wouldn't call it anything special now, but I was less than 5 years old when I made this drawing. That's more than 20 years ago. You could say it's pretty good for a child of that age.
I couldn't draw better.
Now that I've said that out loud, I suppose I do have some level of artistic talent, right? Criticism and self-doubt have always been a part of the artistic process. Without criticism, there can be no improvement. It's normal for me to question my abilities from time to time. I admit that I may have spent a little too long questioning myself this time around, but as you know, the heart tends to dwell on whatever it pleases. Anyway, never mind. The more I talk about it, the less confident I feel. Let's see what else we have in the box. Ah, my building blocks! It's been years since I've last seen these. When I was a kid, I used to stack them super high, and could even stabilize the tower to keep it from tumbling over. Oh, and this blueprint. I made it by copying my mother's sketch, and the aspect ratio was horrendous. It's still technically the first blueprint I made myself, though. I was super proud of myself when I finished it, and put it in the same pile as my mother's sketches, hoping she'd notice and compliment me for my good work. Unfortunately, my mother didn't realize that I had put it there. When she had a meeting with a client the next day, she handed my blueprint to him by mistake. The client was completely confused by this new blueprint, but apparently he felt too tongue-tied to question such a famous architect. It was only a few days later that he finally gathered up the courage to pay my mother a visit. He asked, "The door in this blueprint is even taller than the roof. Is this supposed to be part of the design?" My mother took me with her to personally apologize to the client several times. She didn't scold me about it in private, though. Instead, she went over all the steps required to draw a good blueprint, and was very patient throughout the whole process. I still remember it like it was yesterday. Let's see, is there anything else left in this box? Huh. What was this again? Ah, this is my mother's notebook. She used to write and sketch in it all the time. When I was a child, I used to be super fascinated by this notebook, and always pestered my mother to let me read it. After asking her a few times, she told me that I could read it as long as I could guess the password.
Swordfish. That's always the password.
Huh. Wonder why she didn't take this notebook with her. Did she leave it to me on purpose? If only I could. I never managed to guess the password. Hey, it's not a matter of time, it's a matter of inspiration. That's what we need to guess the password. Who knows? Maybe this time something will click in my head, and the answer will just present itself. Let me think. What could it be? I could tell what you were thinking. Don't worry, I tried all the easy guesses a long time ago. I've tried my name, my father's name, my mother's name, my grandparents' names on both sides, and all of our birthdays. I've tried every name and number remotely related to my family. I've even tried stuff like "Love you, Kaveh," "Take care," and "Yours truly." I've tried every cheesy phrase and well-wish in the book, but this lock has refused to budge. I wouldn't try that route again. I have a hunch that it won't be that simple. Also, if she really did use something like that, she'd never hear the end of it from the folks over at Haravatat if they ever found out. So we could find someone who was close to my mother and see if they might know anything? I see what you're saying, but who should we talk to for that? My mother was never really the one to be social. My father was the one with more friends, but all those connections were severed when he died.
I can't imagine why.
Let me think. Is there still someone at the academia who would know my mother? Ah, actually, there is someone. Professor Zaha Hadi. Huh, you've never really heard of her? She's a famous Gasharwar scholar and leading expert in formal garden design. My mother studied under her as a student many years ago. Professor Zaha Hadi published many works during her career, so I was able to learn a lot by studying her essays. If there's anyone who still remembers my mom, it'd be her. She's older now and is no longer teaching at the academia. But if I remember correctly, she spends most of her time around the Bimarstan area. Let's go take a look. We might run into her if we're lucky.
Nice. I think the password is Kusanali. I believe, chat. Maybe even Lesser Lord Kusanali. I think the password is Mizutoka. That'd be kind of crazy.
What am I supposed to do now?
Forget it. I'll just head back. Tainari, what are you doing here? Oh, it's you. Good to finally see you again. I came into the city to buy some experiment reagents, hoping to bring them back with me to Gandharvaville. But as soon as I got here, I noticed someone banging on Cyrus's door. You've all heard of Cyrus, right? He's an ex-sage and Cyno's adoptive father.
Something tells me I should have done this before Cyno's story quest.
I was thinking about going over to ask what's happening. That granny over there may appear old and frail, but her vocal cords certainly sound loud and healthy as ever. Granny? Yeah, she's just over there. You can go check out the situation yourselves in a moment. Kaveh, were you at the tavern? I had a quick drink or two. Can you still smell the alcohol? Drinking in broad daylight. Really? You want to pass out by the road and get run over by a sumpter beast like some mindless fungus, huh?
Damn, Tainari, chill.
And you, traveler? You didn't try to stop him?
No, I didn't.
You look like a wreck, Kaveh. What happened? Are you feeling down again? You know what? I'm hosting a meal at Pardistii tomorrow evening. Do you want to come? Huh? Oh, I had no idea. Let me think for a moment. I'll come if I can find some time. All right. Then I'll plan on reserving 2 seats for you. I'll be heading back to Gandharvaville for now. I have a feeling that argument over there is going to continue for quite some time. It might be best if we don't get involved.
Why does he need 2 seats, bruh? Is he that fat?
A granny who lives nearby. Let's go take a look.
He doesn't look that fat. Maybe he, you know, we're not seeing him from behind, though. One for you? Oh, I see, I see. So I was invited because I was there. That's the best kind of invitation. The invitation you get because you're around someone that's invited.
Ha! So, plan on keeping yourself locked in there, huh? Fine by me. If you're not going to come out, then I'm not going to leave. My tomato was growing so well, it had all the potential to become the best tomato this year, and you cut it straight from the vine!
I already told you I had nothing to do with it. Why would I take a tomato that's still weeks from ripening? You'd have to be awfully green as an investigator to think it was me. You see, the word green here can refer to both the color of the tomato and the fact that your skills could use some.
Enough nonsense! Just come out and face me, you coward!
You're out of your mind. If I've actually done something wrong, then get a mantra and pull me out by force, why don't you?
You know, Cyrus really changed after Cyno's story quest. I didn't think he'd turn into a door.
Oh, why you?
Professor Zahahadi?
And who are you? Oh, Kaveh. Fancy seeing you here. How long has it been? Come on, get over here and let the professor take a good look at you. Not bad, not bad. You've grown taller again.
Professor, what's going on here?
It's no big deal, really. A few of us old scholars got bored in our retirement and decided to put together a vegetable growing competition. At the end, whoever loses will have to go up on stage and do a performance for the winners. Which brings us to our current predicament. My tomato was sure to win until a certain someone decided they couldn't bear to lose.
Hey, don't try to defame me in front of the kids. If we're airing out each other's dirty laundry now, then why don't we talk about you sneaking into Janat's garden the other night?
Ahem! Lucky for you, seeing these youngsters come to pay their respects today has put me in a better mood. I'll let you off the hook. For now. Come on, let's go. We'll take our conversation elsewhere. He doesn't need to be a part of it.
Yes, of course.
I guess you could say Cyrus's acting in this Hangout quest is a little wooden. See, that's referring to the door Which is made out of wood? Yeah. Oh man, I just want to cry to myself to sleep. Yo, Mizu! This is a crazy looking door.
Stop trying to break down my doors, Ahahadi. You know I'm not going to come out.
This might hurt a little.
You might have regular ass skeleton. I don't know about dog breeds. Bro, you know, I feel like changing this dude's door and the roof. Not gonna lie. I don't think the roof's peeking out enough.
Is Faranak still doing well?
Yes, as far as I know. She left for Fontaine some time ago and started a new life for herself. She's still doing work related to architecture, though.
Ah, yes. I did hear about that. Did that upset you at all?
I'll log my complaint. That's adorable, Mizu.
No, not at all. She's already sacrificed a lot raising me as a single mother.
That's good to hear. Your mother did struggle quite a bit those few years. It's probably a good thing that she found a new place to call home.
Well, if he's ever stumped, he should know that my door is always open.
Sometimes I wonder if things were harder for her because she was so beautiful. People were always drawn to her beauty first, only to realize she had a sensitive and vulnerable heart underneath.
Oh my god, she's just like me for real. Except like, she's beautiful, and people were drawn to her beauty, and the fact that she has a sensitive and vulnerable heart. Except those things, she's just like me.
She was still quite young when she first joined my class as a student. Beautiful and radiant with her golden hair, yet quiet and single-minded. She seemed like a lass from some aristocratic house who was seeing the outside world for the first time. She had to make a lot of drastic changes in her life to raise you on her own.
As a kid, we hyperfixate on animals a little bit, I think.
Even during her time in the academia, she was a thorough perfectionist. If she was unsatisfied with something she had made, she'd insist on redoing it, even if I was perfectly happy with it. She had many admirers, and they'd always fill up the first few rows of seats, hoping they could get closer to her sitting in the first row. If it were any of my other classes, you'd have found nobody sitting in the front.
Oh, Mizu. Oh, man.
But every time I saw her, she was always in that same rigid pose. She'd have one hand on her forehead with the other clutching her pencil. Her eyebrows would be knitted in a frown as she concentrated on the blueprint in front of her.
I'm sure she had many difficult moments in her life. How did she cope with the stress?
I'm not too sure. She never talked about such things with me. She rarely opened up to other people, you know.
Haha, do be an honest granny? True.
I do remember one time, though, when she got into a heated argument with a friend. She said something I found very memorable. She said, "True art cannot be understood, but as an artist, I wish some people could understand its meaning and value. If you ask me, that's probably the greatest source of pain for geniuses of their craft. It's extremely hard for them to find someone who can truly understand their ideas."
Architecture's serious business, chat.
So that's how it is. I wonder if the password could be... I tried both just now. Seems those aren't it either.
What are you trying to do?
My mother left her notebook to me, but it has a password and I haven't figured out what it is yet. I'm trying to learn more about her so I'd have a better chance at cracking the code. Thank you for all that you told us.
It's the least I can do. Talking to youngsters like yourself makes me feel younger too. Honestly, looking at you now, I can see how much you resemble her. It's almost as if she's standing right in front of me again. Your personalities are quite alike too. You're both stubborn and both a little awkward. Of course, I'm sure the similarities are mostly superficial. But so long as you continue to harbor those traits, you'll find a lot of difficulties in your work. I've taught a lot of students over my career, and in my experience, very few genius architects of Ksharawar ever found happiness for themselves.
Just like me, for real.
They would know exactly what they want to express and fight for it tooth and nail, which inevitably led to arguments with their clients. Some clients would choose to respect the architect's vision or just let the argument go because of the architect's reputation. But those are the rare ones. When Faranak first graduated, she was getting into arguments with her clients nearly every single day. I think it only got a little better when she met your father.
It's gotta be Gabagool. You're right. You're right. Gabagool? Over here.
I see. But wasn't my father from Ratawahist? Could he understand the designs my mother made?
Bros had a whole extended line there.
No, I think they were probably beyond him, too. But despite that, he still stayed next to her, listening to her joys and sharing in her sorrows. Faranek had many admirers, but she ended up choosing your father. His support probably played a part in that decision.
So instead of understanding, perhaps all we need is just companionship. Huh, it worked.
Oh, was that the right password?
Yes!
Then you should be on your way, child. Find a quiet place and see what she wanted to say to you.
Yo, that's like a movie.
Being the awkward person that she is, I suppose there were many things that Faranek could never say out loud. Instead, she probably left them in her diary, hoping that they would make their way to you one day. If you're ever in a mood to chat again, just come and find me here. You're always welcome to discuss architecture topics with me as well.
Thank you so much, Professor.
There's no need to be so formal. I'll let you kids go. It's time for me to take another stroll around the vegetable garden.
I wonder what my mother could have written about.
Vegetables are serious business, chat.
They all say Zaha Hadid's class is the toughest, but I think it's actually not too bad. On the other hand, though, structural mechanics is definitely a pain, no matter how you try to approach it. I doubled down and managed to get through it in the end.
On God. Look how they massacred my tomato.
I met someone special. At first, I didn't think much of him. But now, I feel very happy whenever I get to spend time with him. We decided to name our son Kaveh. I don't think a younger me would have ever imagined forming such an intimate bond with another person. Back then, I lived only in the shadow of myself, as well as that of the dream in my heart. The bad news came. And even though it's been several days now, I still can't bring myself to come to terms with what happened. My eyes are so swollen it's hard to see. What if they're all lying to me? And this is just a long, cruel dream. But I have to face reality. I still have someone to take care of. No matter what happens, I'll do my best to raise my son on my own.
Huh? Is this a drawing? Seems like it was done by my mother.
What if vegetables have like parasites in them that like go into your brain, and then those parasites like make you convince your children to eat vegetables so the parasites can spread? It really makes you think, chat. Yo, it's Tainari.
This blonde man was probably my father. But who are the other people in the picture? Huh? Why do a few of them look somewhat familiar? From the dates in the notebook, she probably drew this more than 30 years ago. I hadn't even been born yet.
No.
Maybe we were thinking too much. Oh, there are a few lines written in the diary about this as well.
The one who invited us to the gathering is a talkative woman. Including us, 3 couples showed up. There was also a person who came alone.
You can't make me, Mizu. I won't fall for it. I won't fall for it.
The talkative woman introduced everyone to each other. She spoke really quickly, so I couldn't quite catch everything she said. But I also didn't feel like asking her to repeat herself. My husband seems to be friends with the man with long ears. I couldn't really join their conversation, so I've resigned myself to sitting in a corner and drawing in my notebook. I don't think I'd be able to become friends with any of these people. Especially that stiff-looking couple.
Damn. Why are you looking at how stiff they are?
That man is certainly very handsome. But he would constantly alternate between disjointed and serious ways of talking. His wife is a bit more bearable. We were not acquainted with each other to begin with, and I doubt we'll see each other again after this gathering. The ambiance of this gathering is surprisingly pleasant, however. Talking to people can allow us to find some peace after a long day.
I will never eat a turnip, Mizu. I'll never eat a turnip.
Maybe my son will also partake in these gatherings in the future. I hope he'll be able to make many friends.
True, skeleton. That's why you're a skeleton. I ate all the meat off your bones.
Who would have thought my mother used to attend that kind of thing?
Apologies, by the way.
It seems she was only good at talking about her own work, and found it difficult to join into other conversations. As a result, she often kept to herself and would be off to the side, drawing. There's more written on the back. Oh, it seems like it was written to me.
Kaveh. I was both overjoyed and distressed when I learned of your decision to continue your studies in Kasharwar. You are very talented, and I am confident that you will become an architect of much acclaim. However, the more talented you are as an artist, the more misery and anguish you may encounter. No one will be able to help you during your journey as an artist. But outside of your life as a creator, you can learn to form connections with other people and enjoy many other things in life. It's the only way to alleviate your suffering.
You know, jokes aside, I've always wanted to try a vegan burger. They're just always so pricey.
Whenever you feel down, seek out a friend to sit and have a chat. You can accumulate joy and fulfillment by spending time with them. The positive feelings you gain will get you through the long and difficult years. Never forget that companionship is the most important thing of all.
So that's the answer she prepared for me. She really thought long and hard about me and my future. Well, now that I've read her words, do you think I should accept Tainari's invite and attend that dinner at Pardis Di? The thought definitely crossed my mind. Although it'd be nice to get together with friends and chat the night away, I don't want to bring down other people's moods because I'm sad. Besides, don't most people hate the feeling of seeing their friends troubled and being unable to help? And what's worse, nearly all of my problems can't be easily resolved with some encouraging words or gesture. And don't forget, I'm also older than all of them. As their senior, I should appear to be a bit more responsible.
Oh my god, he's just like me for real.
You're not wrong, but I keep feeling like I haven't really helped them much in return.
How were they? You know, Skeleton, it's good to know that information. It really, makes you stop thinking about it. Not a mystery.
Wait, do you mean it? You're not making fun of me, are you? I've gotten so used to sarcasm that I can't tell what's genuinely a compliment anymore. Wait, by fun, did you mean... You know what? I'm not going to overthink it. I'll see you tomorrow at Pardis DI.
Parties DI, more like party DI, because we're gonna party. Oh my god, I love partying. I love partying, chat. I'm just like Rui Ito. You don't even know who that is, chat. Well, actually, one of you does. I love partying. Oh my god, I love partying. E-A-R-T-Y, 'cause I've gotta. Honestly, look-y, I would eat vegan if it just wasn't so pricey. All the good things are so expensive. That's why obesity is so high. I'm hoping that something's done about that.
Alhaitham also got my invite, right? Will he be coming to join us?
That guy? He's never been a fan of social gatherings. I wouldn't get my hopes up if I were you.
I feel we need to pay more to eat less? Exactly.
Are you sure? Alright then. I guess we won't wait for him.
Yeah, let's go. I mean... Maybe we should give him a little more time. We can keep chatting for a while longer.
Oh, sure.
You still haven't told me, what's the occasion for getting us together here at Pardis DI?
We're celebrating the end of the first phase of Kaveh's studies. I wanted to thank you all for the help you've given her along the way.
Yeah, I really helped her.
Then where's Kaveh?
She said she wanted to show everyone a bit of what she's learned, so she's still doing some last-minute prep at home. She'll be here shortly. Anyway, let's get started. To tell you the truth, I'm actually not so confident that the second phase will go as well as the first. The curriculum will become a lot more involved, and I'm worried that she won't be able to get through all of it. I was hoping we could brainstorm about it together before she gets here.
I knew this wouldn't be just a simple free dinner. Is that why you also invited Alhaitham?
Yes. I thought it would be good if we could all put our heads together about this. Anyway, let's take a quick trip down memory lane. What did you guys do when you ran into a problem that you didn't know how to solve? Or got assigned a project that you knew you weren't going to finish on time?
Give up?
Never happened to me.
I'd just pull another all-nighter.
You two are hopeless. Does anyone have a more useful answer to the question?
Ooh, that's a good point. Confidence is the most important thing. Once you lose your sense of confidence, it'll become all but impossible to find the motivation to study.
This could be a potential direction. I have already redesigned the literacy curriculum, and I was originally hoping to ask Alhaitham for his opinion. But...
It's very simple. Instead of focusing on the amount of material you would like to teach, focus on the amount the student would be able to remember.
Wow, you actually showed up. I could probably count the number of times you've actually come to gatherings like this on just one hand.
It's still more than the number of times you've managed to get a proposal approved on the first try.
Damn.
As long as you're still aware. So, what made the difference this time? Are you looking to drink your sorrows away with some friends?
That's your purpose for being here, not mine. Don't project your ways of thinking onto me.
So you're saying the only reason you came is to help Tighnari with his brainstorming?
Precisely. Kaveh will have a long road in front of her.
Hey, just to get one thing clear. Even if Kaveh manages to make her way to the academia, we cannot let her enroll in her Avatat. Kasharawar is obviously the best choice for her. She's been a trainee forest ranger for so long, she'll definitely be good with her hands.
I'm not gonna say it.
What are you saying? Spontamad is the better choice. It's where I graduated from, after all.
Then what about Amorta? That's the Darshan her master actually graduated from.
There are only 2 other Darshans left. We might as well select all of them on her enrollment application.
I'm trying to have a serious discussion here. Traveler, you aren't associated with any of the 6 Darshans. In your opinion, which Darshan would be the best choice for Kaveh?
She should be allowed to pick for herself. Mizu. Women can't choose. That's I don't condone that shit. That was a joke. That was a joke. I would never actually. I agree. I agree.
Well said.
Shaking my head. They're making decisions for her without her even being here.
Agreed. And my goal in inviting you here was to gather some thoughts on the execution of this second phase.
Phase 2 far exceeds Phase 1 in both curriculum complexity and the speed of instruction. I hope Kaveh has prepared herself for what is coming.
Hey, what are you thinking now? Please don't tell me you're planning on lending her those abstruse books from your home library.
Actually, I was thinking about lending her a professions guide.
I'll make sure to write, "Don't become an architect," on the front page of that. You're right. I can't deny that.
Is there another phase after Phase 2? What's the ultimate goal of all of this? Are we trying to prepare her for a job in the academia?
We don't need to think that far ahead. Hold that thought, though. I think my vegetables are done.
Vegetables.
I'm telling you, that client had no idea what he was talking about. No matter what I did, he had something bad to say about it.
Have you considered finding another client?
Was Kaveh from Mondstadt?
They're all the same.
Are we sure?
I haven't had a good night's sleep for months now. Who do they think they are, ordering me to alter my design over and over again just because they have some mora?
It's too late now to change careers. You might as well try to find some joy in the pain. Besides, you'll be getting up in the middle of the night to make edits to your own design even when the client doesn't request it.
No. That's not true.
Cheer up, Kaveh. I'll tell you a new joke.
We'll save that for the end, Sino. You can keep it to yourself until then.
Stop cucking me, Tainari.
Whatever. I'm not going to use my brain anymore. Let's drink tonight to our heart's content.
Where are the 3 cheese pizzas? Garfield. Garfield, you fat. I love how Kaveh doesn't even get to be a part of that whole scene. She's just there in the background. She's not allowed to exist there. Who the fuck is Dana? You weren't invited. Die. Hey guys, it's me, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Well, this was the rest of this stream, Mizu. I just have 20 Garfield comics and then I'm ending it. We did everything that we wanted to do. Bro, he agreed with me, bro. He was in the academia. I don't blame him. The world is my bed. Boy, what a day. I'm tired from all that staying awake. Have a good night, skeleton. Good heavens. I think it's time you mowed the lawn. Go ahead, sleep your life away. Alright. It's showtime. It's intermission. once again for those of you in the cheap seats. Hey, you've been a beautiful audience. Thank you and good night. Ow, 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 ow. What happened to you? Ow, ow, ow. That's the last time I let my agent book me onto a chain link fence. Heh, fooled. Dinner time, Garfield. Incredible. Well, don't rush me. Jen's love life is certainly improving. I'm dancing with a broom. You gonna date for a while or marry and start a family right away? Time flies when you're having fun. Are you saying this day will never end? Here's another one. Now that we're done reading our newspaper, maybe we can scratch our tummy. Garfield, what broken lamp? Alright, chat. That is the end of the stream today. I'm gonna work out and watch Ocean's 11. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And tomorrow, we'll be working out. But like for 3 to 4 hours, maybe. That'll be nice. We'll be taking music requests on Beat Saber, as per usual. So, see you on the flip side. Thank you all for coming. This was one of my more populated Genshin streams.